Hello, everybody.
Hello, Guilders. Welcome into episode 11 of Exploits of the Golden Shadows, the Galazrial issue. I'm your humble dungeon master. My pronouns are he, him, and I'm going to be leading your eclectic crew through tonight's game. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. To start, let me say thank you, Domino, for the subscription. Thank you for that Prime. Super appreciated. 6 months. Thank you so much. In the call with us right now. Thank you. But before we dive in and talk about our lovely players, I do want to just tell you about our excellent and lovely sponsor, Beard Sorcery. Beard Sorcery produces excellent, fine, magical products with which that you can use to make an excellent beard. The finest quality. It is also just like straight delicious essential oils, so you can just put that in your bath. All right, it's fantastic products, and highly recommend you check them out. You get 15% off at with code Timbo the Wizard ! Beard in the chat in order to get that link and that code, and let's just make it real convenient for you. Yeah, let's go ahead and dive on in. So let's go ahead and have Mystrich. Why don't you go first?
Hello, my name is Mystrich. I use he, him pronouns. I am playing Brennard, the Artificer. He is an adopted hobgoblin in House Cannith, and I am excited for tonight's game. I stream over on my own channel on twitch.tv/Mystrich, and yeah, I do all sorts of stuff there. I don't know. I'm so bad at intros.
That was great.
No, I think that was perfect. Excellent. Next, Domino, why don't you go next?
Hello, I am Domino RPG. I play Cera Stormhollow, the warlock with the past, and you can catch me streaming occasionally at twitch.tv/DominoRBG, or just posting a lot of memes and shit on Twitter at twitter.com/DominoRBG.
Perfect. Excellent. Next, why don't we have Melu go? Or Galaxy?
Hi, I'm Jess Galaxy. You can call me Jess or Galaxy. My pronouns are they, them. You can find me at Just Galaxy on YouTube, or you can find me mostly on TikTok, primarily on TikTok, at Galaxiebot. Galaxy is always spelled with an IE for me. I'm really excited, and I am playing Melu Goodsong, a Grave Cleric.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, the wild magic sorceress herself, Raichkyu.
Hey everybody, I'm Raichkyu. I'm laughing at my captions that I forgot to reset, talking about how I turned off Final Fantasy. But anyway, I'm Raichkyu. My pronouns are she, her, so are Ellida's, my character, Ellida. She is a wild magic sorcerer, ASMR. And I stream on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays over at twitch.tv/Raichkyu.
Perfect. All right, excellent. Now, let's go ahead and dive into the last time on. Who for inspiration and a cookie would like to do the recap?
Hold on. If we're getting a cookie as well, this changes things.
Yes, I will actively give your character in-game a cookie.
Please, yeah. I mean, I remember Ellida's stuff real good. He also a little foggy on.
Why don't we do? Everything. Y'all can do a collaborative, a collaborative last time on. Why not? And everybody can have.
It's been some time.
Yeah.
Did last time start with the flus?
No.
No, last time started with us going to the hospital, I think, right?
Nope.
No?
No.
It started with us in Flamekeep. No, yeah, Flamekeep. We just landed in Flamekeep. Yes, so what happened was, we landed in Flamekeep. We had to go through like a customs thing, and we couldn't have magic there. And so somebody was like,
we can have magic items.
Yeah, we can have magic items. And then someone came in to inspect the ship, and Cera pulled her nobility whatever card, the house.
She pulled her Karen card, and
Yeah.
also Brennard had a great feat of sleight of hand.
Yes. Yes.
That's very true. Yes. And then y'all disembarked from slipping past the individual, completely unawares of your magic items. You made your way to the Golden Dragon, and then I think y'all kind of split off from each other. Like the party kind of split off to explore the city and had various goals.
We did. Somebody had a Metal Gear Solid moment.
It did happen, didn't it? It was Brennard, wasn't it?
No, I went to send payment. I went to send payment to my cousin for a dragon-blooded copy. So I went to a House Civis Enclave, and I sent like the money, and then also, or at least promise of money, and all the details about what needed to be made. And then also sent a letter to Zed to make the payment. And then I ended up going to a secret bar with one of the
Yes,
Right,
and the
what did
local
Ellida
informed
get
you
into?
about and the local told you about the tunnels that go underneath the city that are kind of blocked off and hidden away from the public at large. Sorry, do go on, Sarah.
Oh, I was just saying, Raich. What did Ellida get into?
Well, you see, Ellida went to break into the library to find out more information about something I can't remember. It was either Galazrial and what happened to the end of the, like, what exactly happened to the end of the Order of the Perfect Peace, or something else. I cannot remember for the life of me. Anyway, whatever she went to find out. She went to this library, but it was like highly guarded, and she needed to have like a bishop's approval or something, like a writ, something like that, to get in. And she didn't have one, and she could have just, forged it, but instead she climbed. She climbed to the library. She flew into it.
I believe you flew. Yes.
I flew into it. Yeah. She activated her radiant soul shit so she could levitate and fly into the library in an open window. And then she proceeded to see somebody come up the stairs, and so she was like kind of crawling around. She tried to knock something over as a distraction. She ended up making it into another room where she found a book that said something important that I cannot remember.
Yeah, I think so to fill in the gap, you were looking for, I believe, you had come there to actually investigate the riddle that you had heard from Lady
That's
Marie and
right!
Cera. Mm-hmm. And you had found out that the riddle of arranging the Trinity is that like it had originally had referred to light, heat, and ash, and the three angels related Ramiel, Yaphael, and Koretha.
Yeah, that's very important.
And you had also, I believe, found out that there was an old mural in Flamekeep proper, the central high church of Flamekeep proper, right? The entire city is called Flamekeep, but the central jewel of Flamekeep is the true Flamekeep, if that makes sense.
Yes, that's right.
Also, thank you, Nova Rosa, for the Prime subscription. Appreciate it. Do go on.
So she found that out and took a note of it, but also at the same time, the librarian that was in the other room came in was coming in, and she did this huge stealth moment where she hid under this desk, and made herself as compact as possible to hide from them, and somehow it worked. A lot of good rolls. Shouldn't have worked, but it did. And then she was able to successfully leave through the window or whatever. It was wild. It shouldn't have happened. She was feeling really cool, feeling like a badass. And then she realized that she was cornered into an alleyway, and it turned around, and there was Galazrial, who is the leader of the cult that was centered around her while she was growing up. And he looked really bad. And he was talking to her like she was like, it was a miracle she came back. Oh, and then all these people were still listening to him and gathering around them. And Ellida freaked out so much that she had the worst wild magic surge of her life that resulted in, what was it, like 10 rolls of wild magic surge table stuff? So,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
yeah, so included but not limited to a giant,
Kind of what Galazrial looks like a little bit, except he's more disheveled in his current state and also very injured.
Yeah. Perfect. But yeah, so included but not limiting to exploding with radiant electric damage, making a big fog cloud happen, killing and injuring several people in the vicinity that are okay, by the way, because apparently they have something there where they can just resurrect you if you die. But anyway, also she grew like a beard of feathers. She sneezed and all the feathers went everywhere, and that's what turned into the fog. She grew really tall. She summoned these floops from the abyss. I have no idea. They were just these these floops around. She got really, really tall, and she ended up running away from the situation. Did I mention she's blue? 'Cause she's blue right now. Ran back to the Golden Dragon Inn, explained the situation to Melu and Brennard and Cera when Cera came back from talking to that one guy about the connection, about how to get into the center. And then Cera brought them all back presents, and I'll leave it there for everybody else to catch up.
I don't know how I can follow that, but I can say what Melu did.
No, yeah, that'd be perfect. I think that would be ideal. Yeah, excellent. Yeah, that was what Raichkyu got up to on her day out. What
Ellida's big day out.
Yeah, that's
Melu had
exactly
a day in. So Melu stayed in the inn and tried to commune with Balinor, because they were hopefully trying to get at least a few answers about some things that have been going on and some things that they have learned in the last few days. I feel like it's only been a few days. It probably has been more than that. It might have been a week. Either way. So they did a little like ceremony and tried to focus in their attention on communicating with Balinor. And he gave them a bit of a vision, which felt like it ended pointing them towards the Flamekeep proper, kind of implying that was where they should go. And they had a plant with them that was a house plant in the inn that we now have to steal. I named it something. I cannot remember what I named it. I think it was Felix.
Was it not Fred?
Maybe it was Fred?
It definitely started with an F.
It definitely started with an F. I named it something, and then also their antlers grew slightly. So their antlers are just like a half an inch to an inch larger now. Probably maybe got a new point forming, and that's kind of what Melu did. And then they dealt with the floomps when they showed up.
I miss those floops.
They were nice.
Cera went out on the town to do some shopping. She happened upon a secondhand bookstore with an interesting dragonborn running the shop, who she then found out has a pact with the same entity that she does, and they are sworn to help if they show their sigil. So she has secured a way into Flamekeep through, is it Gronch Krath?
That's it.
Yeah, Gronch Krath. Because he has a very important spell tome to deliver, and so they can escort him as security entourage to gain access to Flamekeep. And while she was there, Cera also bought some things for the crew.
Oh, nice.
And when she arrived, Ellida was on fire. Uh, the floops had just disappeared, and there was a lot to talk about. And then the
Like
next
literally,
day,
as Sarah was walking in through the door, the flumps were like dissipating.
Yeah.
I'll never forget you. And yeah, so the next day they went to a healing center, and they have found Galazrial, and they are putting the screws to him, so to speak, trying to get whatever information they can out of this useless man.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, go on.
Oh, I was just agreeing that he was useless.
Like he is useless. Like
He's
none
a
of the
useless,
information
useless man.
none of the information he has given us so far is helpful in the fucking slightest.
Yeah. I think it was the next morning, right? Y'all had gotten a broadsheet saying that there had been like some freak accident in the city, and somebody, like one tabloid was saying that there was like a cloud giant that had showed up and like was like
Yeah, it was a storm
Man.
giant.
a storm giant. That was it. Yeah. And people were really confused. But the people had survived, and that was how y'all had learned that they were going to be resurrected, and that Galazrial had survived and was being tended to at I believe it's a former house that is ran by Cera's former group, correct? House Galander?
Brasco.
Juraska, thank you. I couldn't remember the name. Yeah, it's a House Jurasco, House of Healing, which is where we find ourselves now. So we cut into the room. Galazrial has, like, y'all were kind of putting the screws to him, and Galazrial has realized Ellida is here, and as she had been like wearing a full hood leading up to this point. He says to her, like, to reiterate, he says to her, "My child, I see you. I can tell it's you. Thank you for coming to see me." And before you get a chance to react to this, Cera, I think, like, everybody going to make me perception check.
Way.
Come on, I'm so good at it. For once, roll well.
You did better than Brennard's too.
Yeah. That's okay, but that means I rolled a 2.
Oh my god.
Melu's
Okay.
perception is +7.
I was about to say Melu's perception is higher than Sarah's.
Okay, no, this is perfect though. So, Cera, as you're like seeing this play out, and you're like obviously probably seeing Elia's face curl in disgust, at his words, you hear from the door behind you, coming up the corridor, you hear a loud matronly style voice, talking like in a haughty way. And obviously, like, they're clearly like speaking down to somebody, and you recognize it as the first person that you had met coming into the clinic, that had met you at the desk. And you hear them having a discussion about where the matron is scolding him for letting people come in to see the patient in his critical condition. And you can tell that with the 19, you can tell that you're about to get kicked out of this room. What do you do? You have a moment to react. Nobody else has realized this.
Oh my gosh. What a way to start this session.
Quick question: did we hit level 6?
Yeah, you're level 6 right now.
Okay, I forgot to choose new infusions.
Oh,
no
did
worries.
anybody get inspiration, by the way?
Oh yeah, everybody gets inspiration.
Hey.
And a cookie.
Hey!
Fuck yeah, dude.
Whatever cookie is your character's favorite.
Snickerdoodle.
Hell yeah,
That
that's my real favorite.
Oatmeal chocolate chip.
Okay, respectable.
That's also
Respectable.
real good, to be honest. Those are
Amazing.
low key delicious. Yeah.
I feel like that's Brennard's favorite too, is oatmeal chocolate chip.
Cera is going to squeeze Galazriel's hand again, and she's going to stare him in the eye, and she's going to say, if they ask you anything, you're just long lost relatives coming to check on you. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay?
Oh, yes, of course. Of course. And as you say this, like you see, like the group about to come into the room. I think you also have a moment, like you realize, like you have, like you recognize probably the position that this person is operating from, the voice, that they are probably like some kind of head of this clinic, like a head nurse or a head cleric of some nature. And I think that, like, you think you might be able to, like, intercept them if you want to give them some more time together.
She firmly pats Galazrial's hand, and she looks at everybody in the room, and in a hushed voice she says, "No killing." And she slips out the door to intercept this madam.
Amazing. I'm just gonna, like, I think you, like, the moment you step out, you two begin to size each other up. Like, that's just like that immediate, like, that second when you two lock eyes, and it's like that immediate intimidation contest. So go ahead and roll me intimidation.
Oh, because of course, right? How's that?
Really good. Okay, so I'm gonna say you buy a good amount of time. So but this is gonna be, you're gonna be like having to like have this tete-a-tete with this person, right? And where you're like you're distracted to give the time. Yeah.
Oh yeah, they can definitely hear, like, from the other side of the door, like Sarah just being like, "Well, I've come from on official business from Sharn." And it's just
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
"Oh, no."
100%. You're just like absolutely. You feel like you've bought a good amount of time for your friends to conduct their interview. So we'll come back into the room now. Sarah stepped out the door, and you hear her. You hear her start to go into that mode that she goes into when she wants something. What are the rest of you?
As soon as Cera is out of the room and the door is shut and no one can see us, Melu just takes her place where she was, pulls their axe out, puts it directly against this guy's neck, and says, "I'm not as nice as Cera. You're going to answer any questions that Ellida has, and you're not going to be weird about it."
Roll me an intimidation check with advantage.
Yes. Please. Oh, 15. 15 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Yes. Your axe is very sharp. I'm already very badly hurt. Please. Remind me what your question was?
Don't play stupid, Galazrial.
Don't play stupid.
Don't play stupid. Where is Viola?
This is the truth. I don't know where Viola is. When we had situations and issues like she presented, I simply told Brother Bobby to take care of the situation, and he would do it, and I would not ask questions. If you want to know where Viola is, you'll have to ask him.
Fucking... You mean to say that you're apparently the leader of this whole thing, this whole time, and you didn't ask questions to Brother Bobby?
Well, I don't ask questions to my butcher on where the meat comes from either.
Do I feel like he's telling the truth?
Make an insight check.
Oh, come on.
I'm gonna give you advantage on the roll. And we'll take the 26 because, like, you have you're threatening this man. You have the blade to his jugular. You feel like his soul is laid bare slightly in this moment, and you feel like he's telling the truth to you when he says that he does not care what happened to Viola, and he has no idea. You can get the sense that he dusted his hands of the situation. And if he knew more, he would tell you in this moment.
My God. Do you know what happened to anyone that was in a similar situation as her? Like any one person? Anybody that disappeared?
You would have to ask Brother Bobby.
Can't believe all this time you were such a coward. The whole time.
You can see he wants to respond and say something, but he won't. You can see he bites his tongue.
You did absolutely nothing the whole time. And to think that the only reason I was in the place that I was because you looked so tall, because I was so small. And I just believed you had all this power that you didn't. You had nothing.
I still have one thing that you might want.
What's that?
I know how to call Brother Bobby. I can get into contact with him.
I fucking can also.
You see him kind of clam up at that.
So
Because-
Hannah goes, just a reminder that means you're completely useless to us. So if you have anything else that you should be telling us or think that might be relevant to us, you should tell us immediately.
It's more than just a way to contact him. It's a way to track him.
What are you getting out of it?
Well, I mean, when you put it like that, I did lose it recently.
You lost it?
Well, I was robbed.
Uh-huh.
About a week ago in Flamekeep, I was doing your standard excavation of the property, totally above board, and while I was on my way back to my my inn, my room at my inn, I was accosted by some individuals, and I didn't see their faces, and they stole my belongings off my person, and I carried the item in question that can track Brother Bob.
What is this item?
It's a magical device. When you would have been too young for it, but there was a ritual amongst the higher members of the order of our religion that would undergo a ritual where they would be imbued with a tattoo, which I told them was mundane, but was in secret a tracking mechanism, and I could track them via that method.
And you're saying that throughout this whole time, like you didn't know where, if Brother Bobby has this mark or whatever, like you didn't see where he went with anybody that disappeared?
I mean, why would I want to know?
Because you ordered it.
He shrugs at that. I had many followers as well. I wasn't keeping up to date on all their missions and trackings and various things.
Can you show us what this object looked like?
Sure, it was a map. I can describe it for you. It was a map of Corvair.
Just a map of Corvair.
Yes, it had. It would have droplets of blood on it that would represent each person.
Oh.
Is there a name for the object?
Me as the dungeon master, I don't have a name for it, but there's totally a name that exists for this item. I don't have a name for it though. I'm open to what should it be called?
Ah, yes, a crimson map.
I love it. Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you, my resident artificer. Yes, a crimson map.
All right. Melu will look at Ellida, and much gentler to Ellida than they are being with Galazrial, say, I have a spell that can help us find objects that we might be able to use, but I won't be able to do it until tomorrow.
Okay. Well, it's something to consider anyway.
It could be really useful if we want to try and ambush Brother Bobby.
Oh, I actually, Galazrial pipes. So I actually, I had planned a rendezvous with these folks, as well. I had the piece of archaeology that I had found in fresco of an angel, I guess, was of interest to them. And I've told them that I'll, pay for that, pay for it and the rest of my things if they just meet with me. And I have a meeting set up for today, actually. I was trying to get out of this hospital.
Today?
In a few hours.
Where are they meeting you?
He climbs up at that.
Where are they meeting you?
My axe is at your throat. Where are they meeting you?
I believe it was you that said that if I tell you this, I have no bargaining power left. So if I tell you this, what prevents you from killing me?
I love that Brennard is just standing here for all this, by the way.
Well, actually, I was about to cut in and say,
Yeah.
Well, you see, these two want you dead, so you might be dead either way, but we're trying to offer you a deal here. And I would like to roll intimidation as well. Join
Sure.
in on the party.
Intimidation
Roll.
party.
Ooh, I am re-rolling that with my inspo.
Go for it.
Intimidation
Oh,
party.
are you kidding me?
Oh no!
Woof. Woof.
He's I think Galazrial holds firm and says, I don't think that you're gonna do that. I think it's easier for you to just work with me in this moment and we can both get what we want.
Oh,
Based on the urgency in which y'all are speaking, it sounds like y'all might not have a day. Is that correct?
I don't. Okay, actually, above table. Is this the day that we were gonna go and sneak into Flamekeep?
Yes.
Ah, come on.
And he said something about him having an angel, right? Which was part of the puzzle with the mural, I'm pretty sure.
He did mention something about that. Go ahead and make me an insight check, Ellida.
Okay. That's because I don't want to forget that I caught that.
An 11? Yeah, I think that, like, he's not hiding it very well. It definitely sounds like something about that is ringing a bell to you for sure. Not like it definitely seems like something you can press him on.
Tell me about the angel that you just mentioned.
Oh, there's all this stuff around in the upper and the lower districts. Sometimes people misplace, or like buildings are needing excavation and renovation. And this place is old, so you never know what you find. And I had found just a small mural of one of the classic angels of the Flamekeep.
Where?
It was in Lower Flamekeep, in one of the kind of the sub under churches.
And where's the angel right now that you got?
Well, I would assume it was in my bag when it was stolen.
So I'm wondering what were Brother Bobby and the rest of them going to do with you when they came for this thing that you said you were going to give them and then you didn't have it.
Oh, it's not. I don't believe it's Brother Bobby that has the that has my bag. I think it's somebody else. I don't know who. Just they seem like some ruffians.
you did say that you were meeting up with them, right? Today.
Yeah.
And you were
In a
going to
few
give them that angel, right?
No, I'm gonna pay them back for my. I'm gonna pay them for my bag.
So they have it, and they just.
I mean, I don't know if they know what they have, right? I just what they know that they have something, and I've offered them a couple hundred gold pieces for it.
I think they would have looked in your bag, Galazrial.
Well, yeah, they could have looked in it, but what's going to be in there? A change of clothes, a map that means nothing to them, and a piece of fresco of an angel. I mean, they don't. They're.
That's important, you dumbass. Jesus.
You can see Galazrial doesn't get it.
So you are going to meet with the ruffians who took your bags to get them back by paying them. And then you are going to meet Brother Bobby to give them this fresco of this angel.
Oh no, I wasn't gonna meet. I haven't spoken with Brother Bobby or met with him at all in ages. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
On the DM. Sorry if it made it come across like that. No,
You're good.
that wasn't what I was meaning to imply.
It's just the DM.
That's why I asked.
No, he'll go. I haven't seen Brother Bobby in as many days as long as it's been the morning since we walked out to the edge and he went into it with the rest of them.
Well, what do you want from us if you want to go? Why don't you just tell us where you're going to meet those people? I don't understand.
So that way you can escort me. Like, I have no proof that they won't just beat me up again and then run away with my money and I won't have my bag. So I figured y'all seem pretty strong.
You want us to carry you over? I'm not carrying you anywhere.
I can walk. I can walk. And he kind of like he can. If y'all will let him, he'll kind of move over, like he'll like flip his legs out of the bed and go to stand, and you can see he can stand, he can like hobble. He does look pretty sad. He looks like a sad sack of shit, but he's doing it.
Melu look at Ellida and say, "This is kind of your choice, but I think we should do it."
I don't trust him.
I don't trust him either. But I mean, I guess we could just leave him, and then I can find the map, which will lead us to the ruffians tomorrow.
Just thinking. So to clarify, these quote-unquote ruffians, as you call them, that have stolen your stuff are you were able to contact them and offer them money for your bag.
I mean, it wasn't them specifically. It was, through the proverbial grapevine, as it were.
Proverbial grapevine.
Right. I talked to somebody who, has those kinds of connections, and then they talked to somebody else, and then they got back to me, that kind of thing.
But how would they even... How exactly would the people you talked to know exactly who these people were?
He shrugs. They're criminals. They rub shoulders with each other in, I don't know, prison or whatever. Galazrial, he shrugs. He just has no idea. He's like you think that he go on and make me another insight check.
Okay, I was gonna ask about that.
Well, I think you feel like the way that he's just kind of being so offhanded about it, like he doesn't really know, right? He's kind of going along with what he's been told, which is, yeah, whoever he talked to told him that he knew about the ruffians that stole his bags.
So here's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
I think this man is an absolute idiot, and I think he's being set up for a trap.
Agreed.
Now, while I'd like to see him get his ass kicked again, and it would be very cathartic for me, especially, I also know that he's going to use this to influence more people in the city. Which he's already doing, by the way. He's got his own little group of followers here that he's convinced. He can change their mind in like a second of talking. I saw him do it.
Melu is gonna kind of herd Brennard and Ellida into a corner, so we have like a little bit of a quiet spot. And they're gonna very quietly be like, I agree with you, but I am worried that we need that fresco.
Oh, we absolutely do. But I don't know if we need him to get it.
That's a good point. But he described it to me, right? I don't have locate
Fresco?
object. Yeah, I don't have
Not, he didn't describe it specifically, other than a generalized fresco of a name.
Okay, I don't have locate object prepared anyway.
Oh.
Why did I not think to do that this morning?
Oh.
How are we gonna find it if we don't work with him?
Lena looks very serious at the moment. We can...
What if I make you all a promise? He pipes in. He rolled well on a perception check.
Okay, she... Ellida turns. What?
What if I make a promise? If I get my bag back, and the deal goes through, I will leave Flamekeep, and I will go someplace else, and you'll never see me again.
Do I know Galazrial to be a man if nothing else? Or is he a big liar? Like, is he a...
I mean,
Does he keep what he says? Or like, you know, okay, so like I know he's a bad guy, but like I think a person can convince themselves that they are keeping to their word, technically.
Yeah, he's a rampant, blatant narcissist. 100%. He believes that he's done no wrong anytime ever. I'm not even gonna make you roll an insight check. You know,
I know this, yeah.
Yeah, you know this. Like, he's a 100% blatant narcissist. If he did something wrong, no, he didn't. If that's not the truth, then you're a liar. If you're not a liar, then it wasn't that bad to begin with. That's the kind of person Galazrial is.
Yeah.
But you can make an insight check in this moment on whether or not he believes that he's telling the truth.
Okay.
He, with a 10, he believes he's telling the truth.
Oh my God.
You can tell he really wants to get his bag back, and he thinks that y'all are probably the best opportunity he has to succeed in this moment.
I hate him so much.
I know. Elida's gonna stare at him for a while. She's just gonna stare daggers into him.
I think
very
in that
mad.
moment, I think at this moment, as Ellida, as you're staring just so angry, like thinking incredibly hard, you hear like Cera like is almost beginning to lose their argument a little bit, but then they come back strong with like another point, and you get the sense, that like while Cera has basically an endless litany of arguments that they can use at any point. It can't go on forever, so you may think that you maybe have not as much time left now.
Okay. Here's what's gonna happen. Because this is on my terms now. You had, like, what? Over 25 years of your own terms, of everything going your way, and now it's my turn. You're gonna tell us where you're supposed to meet these people. And then my friend Melu won't kill you.
Make an intimidation check.
Melu holds up their axe.
Yes! Oh my god. Yes!
Fuck yeah.
23. Okay. He will let out like a bit of a whimper, and he'll say, "All right, fine. I know you to be an honorable person, and I know you're one of your word. So if I tell you this, I know you won't kill me. I was going to meet the ruffians at the rundown church over in the Lower Flame Keep, Old Father Sanguine's church, which has been abandoned. We were gonna meet when the sun was high.
Okay.
So like 3 or 4 hours from now. High noon.
Okay. Now, I am honorable, and I am, in parentheses, most of the time, the person of my word. And for
Melu.
that,
Oh,
Go ahead.
sorry. No, keep going.
and for that, know that it would give me no consolation at all to give you some kind of quick, painless death for everything that you did to me and to so many other people. You think not knowing washes your hands of everything, but it makes you just as complacent. In fact, you're probably the worst of them all. So, because we're on my terms now, when you get released from here, I better not find out that you are talking to anyone or convincing anyone to trust you with anything or tricking anyone into your lies. And if you do, then I hope you live with the constant fear inside of you that someone is always watching you and someone might find out what you're doing and just kill you on the spot. So, thanks for nothing. Thanks for the information, I guess. And have a good fucking life by yourself. That's it.
And then Ellida storms out of the room.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Amazing. Yeah, Sarah, you see Ellida just like walk out of the room, slam the door shut behind her, and just keep walking like past you. The matron like her mouth shuts like a trap as that's the curse. Amazing. What about Brennard and Melu? What are you two?
I guess I'm leaving as well.
Melu puts their axe away and looks at Galazrial and says, "A vow of silence would do you well," before they leave.
Damn, that was a good one-liner.
Thank you.
Yeah, what a scene. Excellent. Yeah, and everybody kind of storms out and leaving Galazrial alone as the door shuts on him. Amazing. Excellent. Sarah, you see everybody walk out and like you finish your conversation abruptly with the matron and catch up with them.
All right.
We didn't kill him.
I'm so proud of you.
Thanks.
All right. Well, what do we have?
Well, it seems like he had an object that might be important to what we are doing tonight. Or today. I don't remember if we're going tonight or today. That's Jesse, that's not Melu.
Tonight.
But tonight. Okay, so it seems like he had something important that we might need for tonight, but someone stole it from him. And he somehow got into contact with the people that stole it from him, and he was going to try and buy it back from them. So we found out where he was supposed to meet them, so I think we should probably go try to meet them.
Of course. Where at?
That's a good question.
It is. It's at the rundown church. Old Father Sanguine? I don't know what that means anymore.
Yes.
What
At High
is
Noon.
that? What?
Sanguine. Old Father Sanguine. At the rundown church. When the sun was high, which is 3 to 4 hours from now. And Ellida relays that, and not the way that I just did.
Sarah breathes and she's just like, of course, nothing is ever simple. Well,
We need 2 things that are in that bag that was stolen from him. I do have a feeling that it's a trap.
Yes,
I
there's
don't-
also that aspect.
I mean, of course it's a trap. He's an idiot.
He's an absolute fucking idiot. Yeah. I don't know if these are actually the people that stole his bag or somebody else, or even... I can't help but theorize there is a slight possibility that because of the way he described the way he organized this through his, should put some air quotes, connections, to meet with the exact people that robbed him,
Weird.
that it may be something somebody else set up, which... So if the dragon idol is at the center of Flamekeep, behind where the riddle that Maria gave us, which I found out had to do with rearranging the 3 angels in front of that mural. I believe that this angel is one of them. And I believe that other people will want this angel to get to the last dragon idol.
Which means we need to get it before Brother Bobby or someone like that gets it.
And that's under the assumption that they don't already have it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, considering that one of the terms of Viola's release was us giving them the Dragon Idol, we can make a safe assumption that they don't have it. Because due to the type of person that Brother Bobby seems to be, he wouldn't pass up a chance to taunt you over it.
That was, what, days ago? And she looks worried.
We've still got time. However, we need to get to Lower Flame Keep. And hopefully, let's stake out this abandoned church before we meet with these so-called ruffians. Devise some kind of plan.
Yeah. Good call.
Agreed.
I think we're probably more than capable of taking out some thugs. I mean, we've definitely dealt with worse.
I don't know that
Yes.
they are.
We have, but we don't know exactly who we're meeting with and
Yeah.
exactly what kind of shit Galazrial has gotten himself into. It's best to err on the side of caution, and also we don't want to make too much of a scene, considering we will be entering Flamekeep tonight.
Okay, so we should meet with them. Or maybe we should just go to the spot and hide and see who's there. See who shows up. We could just stake it out.
I was just suggesting.
Yes, you were. I'm sorry. Sorry.
So I feel like we are on the same page then.
We are. Yes, let's go
Yes.
do that. Let's go do that.
Amazing. Incredible. Yeah, and and I'm gonna say so. Brennard, actually, as everybody's talking about this, and I think as you are hearing the name Father Sanguine repeated it several times, you realize that you've actually heard that name before. While you were out in the lower end of Flamekeep, and you were in the underground speakeasies, you heard a little bit of a rumor going on about that old Father Sanguine seemingly disappeared, and his church has kind of been run down, and I think you actually know where it is.
Oh shoot, that's right. Listen, it's been too long. I did not remember that was the priest's name.
Completely.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wait. You said it was Father Sanguine?
Yeah.
All right. I think I know where that is.
Really?
Yeah. So when I was going to, had some business to do with the House Civis Enclave, there was an old abandoned church, and I had asked about it because it didn't seem like this was the place to have a rundown church. It's one of the most theocratic capitals of the world. And they told me that the priest, Father Sanguine, had disappeared.
Convenient.
Odd coincidences in this town.
I mean, we haven't really had much luck with coincidences.
Point. Last time we coincidentally were trying to get a dragon idol, someone blew up the side of a casino and attacked us to get it to take it from us.
And the fact that the cult that's hunting down these dragon idols, Ellida was once part of.
Also that.
Maybe we should. So, should we go to that church then? I can lead the way.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
I think so, yeah.
Timbo, I have a question about Ellida real quick.
Okay. I mean, you might have the answer more than me, but go ahead.
Not this. Galazrial mentioned a tracking sort of device in the form of what looks like a tattoo. Would Ellida have one?
No.
Okay. I figured. I was just wondering.
Yeah, this was more for his enforcers and stuff like that. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. All right. Anyway, carry on.
Absolutely. No, it's a good question. Do y'all? It sounds like y'all are making basically a beeline for the rundown church.
Yeah.
Correct.
All right, great. And Brennard, you're able to lead the way, no problem. You had spotted it while you were on your travels. You didn't realize what it was at the time, but your subsequent time of the speakeasy alleviated that for you, so you're able to find it no problem. When you all like arrive, not necessarily inside the church, but on the scene, what's the game plan? Are y'all going into the church and hiding inside of it? All y'all taking like Overwatch positions on the outside and like watching a I don't know, like wide angle? What are y'all thinking?
I think that we should definitely have two people in Overwatch positions, have one person hiding inside of the church while one person actually like meets with these people.
That's a good idea. Melu has sending. So Melu will go, well, so I have a way to get into contact with anyone that's outside if something goes wrong, so maybe I should be the one on the inside, but I'm not very good at hiding.
Can hide, Ellida says confidently after the last Metal Gear Solid moment.
Okay.
So do we want to do like a yell alert, or do we want to have an alert for something is going horribly wrong and you should come in and help?
Yes, that is exactly what we would want.
I do.
And
I have message.
Oh. Well, that makes things easier.
And I can cast a spell through solid objects if I am familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier.
So maybe we should have Ellida and maybe one other person meet with them, and then Ellida can use message to get the other group in.
Yeah, as long as they're 120 feet.
Well, I don't think the church is that big.
I think Melu should be the one to meet with them. Ellida should hide within the church, and if things are going wrong, then Ellida can send a message.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Okay, amazing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put y'all on the map.
I was going to say, while they're, just kind of walking around in the area, did Cera notice, like, any shifty people around the church?
Absolutely. Go on and make me a perception check, and everybody can like
boss.
Yeah, definitely. So I think so. Like Cera, like there are several buildings that are nearby as well that you can climb up into.
Big oof.
A seven. I think that it's a little tricky to tell. Like there are a lot of this is kind of like the lower end of Sharn, and so like there's like a lot of people, like a lot of foot traffic around here. A 5 perception as well. Yeah, it's just there's just a lot of there's a lot of heavy foot traffic in this area that like makes it very like tricky to be able to like really scope out if anybody is intensely suspicious, at least initially, as y'all are kind of setting up. You should be able to see the interior of the church except for the rooms with the shut doors, and you should be able to see like the exterior of the church a little bit as well.
Melu and Ellida got a 14 and 11 respectively on their perceptions.
And this is just like your initial, like while y'all are like kind of moving in and looking around, right? Yeah, okay. Melu, Melu and Ellida, as y'all are entering into the building, from the exterior, Cera and Brennard, you can see that the building itself is really heavily worn down. It looks like it potentially could be considered condemned. There are like beams of wood, like clearly like part of the roof has collapsed, and it looks in a sorry state. And as Ellida and Melu enter, you see that it's pretty bad in this place. There's a lot of damage on the inside of this building. It looks barely maintained, would be the polite way to describe it. But even so, you see there are a couple statues of like they're fairly damaged and nicked statues of like a couple of angels, and here you see a small like plinth or altar that you could probably get behind if you wanted to.
So now, where did you want me and you to hide, Dom?
I had been thinking that they would have Overwatch positions, which means that they would be up high, but boy, the infrastructure of this church may not account for that. Just fall right through the rafters.
I mean, I did say it was like Dingy old church.
It's, dingy old church did not do it justice. This is bad.
Sarah's like, well, yeah, but a regular church is like a super mega cathedral, right?
Sarah's just like, oh god, this is worse than I thought.
I don't have anything. I have levitate. I could levitate one of you guys, maybe?
Sarah like looks up and she goes, I don't trust any of those beams.
We could stay in one of the back rooms, and then I think Ellida and Melu could stay, like,
How well
outside.
do you think you could hide behind that altar?
Who, me?
Yes, you, Ellida.
I don't think it'll be too weird to have two people, though, meet the thieves.
I literally just went under a desk and evaded like 2 people earlier, so I'm pretty confident I could handle that.
Bless her heart.
Well, what if maybe does anyone have like a disguise spell? It could look like Galazrial.
Timbo, you said that these were rooms back here, right?
Yeah, there's a door. There are 2 doors that are facing each other on east and west sides.
Alright,
Yeah,
I'd
so
like to
Brennard
go
can be
in.
in one room.
Yeah, let me check the
Sarah.
left room first.
Sure, yeah, you crack open the left door. It appears to be a defunct small bedroom. There's a bed, a chest of drawers. It's fairly plain in here. Ooh, that's the wrong thing. Give me 1 second.
Sarah's gonna check the right room.
And checking the right one, it appears to be a small storage area with a bunch of small chests that are pretty thoroughly ransacked. There's not really anything in them, maybe like an old candle or like a single copper piece tucked behind one of them, but it's pretty dusty and musty in here.
Well, Brennard, you could hide in there. I could hide in here. Ellie could be hidden behind the altar. I still think it makes more sense to have one person meet with these folks because they are expecting to meet with one whole idiot.
Be me. I can be one whole idiot temporarily.
Only temporarily. Do you have your cloak on you?
Me?
Yes.
I'm probably wearing a cloak of some sort.
Yeah, like the hooded cloak that Sarah bought for tonight.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, that hood up. Try to speak as little as possible.
Are they expecting an ASMR?
They're expecting an ass.
I mean, you could just say you're both part of his cult.
It's true.
Or, sorry, his religion.
You could very much say that he's too injured to meet with them himself, and so that you are here as a proxy.
I can
And
do
if they
that.
still try to jump you, well,
They're gonna
they
be
get
in
fucked
for a
up.
Rude surprise.
Like, it's like, so would you like me to stay here behind the altar, or do you want me to be with Melu?
I would stay with Melu just so that it doesn't... Because if you, I don't know, knock over something, we don't want it to seem like there's people hiding here.
I didn't knock over something before. Earlier
Alright,
today.
if you want to hide, I guess you can.
I'm just
She
saying
is
that I-
riding that high.
I
I'm
trust
just saying-
Ellida to hide herself.
I'm just saying, I don't know if you think I want you to consider me hiding versus being with Melu. If I were to hide successfully and to be doing whatever with Melu successfully, so which of those is the better option?
I
I think
mean,
you should hide.
I still say she hides.
I'm worried if they see 2 people and they're expecting one, they're not gonna like that.
They'll absolutely get spooked.
Okay, so 2 versus 1. Brennard, I am hiding successfully. She looks him in the eyes.
I do want to just point out as well, Galazrial wanted all of you to come with him too, right? So he wasn't concerned about there being more than one person. That
Yeah,
would be,
but Galazrial's also an idiot, so.
that's totally fair.
Okay, so we post up.
Okay, perfect. Everybody who's hiding, go ahead and make me stealth checks.
Oh my god.
I think
Look,
Melu
everybody.
is
I'm
sitting
really
on the altar.
worried. Yeah. Posing. Yes! Yes! I say God! I'm so...
Big oof.
Oh no! Ooh! Oh!
I'm gonna use my
no.
inspiration. That's fine.
Go ahead, Sarah.
I'm behind a closed door anyway. I'm not too worried about it.
Okay.
Wonderful.
So, and Melu, you're like outside of the church, right?
No, I think I'm sitting on the altar.
Oh!
Okay, so you're like waiting. You're like waiting. for
Yeah.
I'm like waiting inside the church for them.
Oh, okay. If that's the case, then I'll give both Cera and Brennard advantage because y'all are both like secreted away in like closed rooms. And so Cera, you can have your inspiration back. We'll retcon that.
Huzzah!
Okay, amazing. So, Melu, you're seated on the altar. Your friends have secreted themselves away into various nooks and crannies of the room, behind doors, under the altar that you're sitting on. And as you're waiting, like few hours pass, or a couple hours pass, time ticks by when from the front you see several hooded individuals, small stocky shapes, begin to file in like through the front door. There is one leading the pack and there is four behind them. As they walk into the church, they flip down their hoods that are obscuring their faces, revealing them to be kobolds as they step up forward. The leader looks a little different. He's got like a big old bag on him, and he's got like a blue streak running down the middle of his face, and it appears to be like natural markings. And he is all business. He sees you sitting on the throne, on the altar, and he goes, "Do you have the goods?" As he walks in.
I do.
Let me see it.
Fuck Galazrial. I'm so mad. Melu will pull their money satchel out. Their like little wallet, like little pouch, and they'll hold it up, and they'll say, "Show me what you've got."
He'll progress another 5 feet forward, so there's 10 feet distance between the two of you. And the rest of, like, as this is going on, as you got the money out, the rest of the guys will kind of spread out amongst the room. And he will mirror your actions and pull a sack of gold coins out of his bag. And he'll say, "No, you show me the goods. I have the money."
That fucker. Oh, I'm so mad. Melu will sigh a little bit and just go, "Well, I don't think this is going to be a good day for either of us. But maybe, at the least, we might have a mutual enemy now." And they're gonna go super forthright. They're gonna take their hood down. And they're gonna say, "We were under the impression that you had something of interest, an object, from a man named Galazrial. He told us that you were to meet him here."
The kobold cuts you off and goes, "Wait a minute, I recognize you. Aren't you a member of Volo's Angels?" And everybody go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh no! It's these guys!
The Sisters of Sora Kel send their regards.
Ah!
Oh, man.
Oh, fuck! I did it again.
I'm mad.
We're actually like a little bit early. Why don't we actually take this moment to go to? We'll take a 10-minute break right here, because I think this is a perfect little moment.
Yep.
So we'll go ahead and we'll be back at we'll say the 8:30 mark. So we'll be back in 14 minutes. So if you've been hanging out, make sure you go get a drink, go get a snack. We'll be right back. Stick around.
We are back.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to episode 11 of Exploits of the Golden Shadows. We're back from break now. The party has seemingly been betrayed by Galazrial and set up, and now a bunch of kobolds who are loyal to the Daughters of Sorkel are real angry at the party after recognizing them for their previous betrayal. Director's note: see session 0 for that for that lovely betrayal. But before we dive back into the action, I do want to just give one more shout out to our sponsor, Beard Sorcery! !Beard in the chat. Grow a legendary beard with high quality magical asterisk are not magical products for all kinds of excellent beard and other likewise quality growing endeavors. They have high quality smells and essential oils, delicious stuffs for your nasal palate to enjoy. !Beard for that link, and then Timbo the Wizard, all one word, gets you 15% off. So make sure to check it out. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive back in. So we are gonna go at the top of the round. The two kobolds on the left and the right side, they are going to move across the room, and they're going to get next to this one kobold right here. This one's going to have to dash in order to make that happen, but this one can move and still has enough to make a little attack with his sling, which is going to just pelt at you, Melu. I believe you're within 30.
I think I am.
Yeah, you're at 20 feet, so it's going to try to hit you at normal. 13 to hit? I don't think that's going to do it.
Class.
Sorry, what was your AC?
13.
Your AC is 13?
Yes.
Wow, okay.
I both
So
sounded so confused in that moment.
I was like, wait.
We actually talked about this before the stream, how for some reason Melu has a really low AC despite being a cleric.
Oh, I must have missed that. So meets it, beats it. It hits. It's gonna deal
Okay.
5 points of bludgeoning damage. It's just a rock
That's
knocks you
fine.
into shit.
That's rude.
But that does make it your turn. Actually, Melu, what is your dexterity modifier?
My dexterity modifier is +0.
+0. Okay, so that actually, sorry, that makes it their leader's turn. The leader is going to produce from his bag he is going to produce from his bag a slime pot, which he's gonna throw at you. It's got a normal range of 5 feet and a long range of 20, so it's gonna be at disadvantage. Is gonna hit though, right?
Yes.
Wondering if I could just hit this button and it will post it. No, it doesn't work. Dang it. So what it does is, Melu, it throws this pot at you, which just glances off the ground. You sidestep it slightly, but it still just coats you in this stuff. You become covered in slime, which begins to immediately burn your skin. You feel like it's going to hurt when your turn starts. And then he is also going to move backwards to be adjacent to this other kobold.
Figured I'd cut in real quick and say thank you to the chat for the hype train.
Did you
in.
Oh yes, thank you so much for the hype. Thank you so much, everybody. Super appreciate it. This all goes to funding the magic. Thank you, everyone. Which makes it Melu's turn. Melu, you take an immediate D10 of acid damage as the acid burns and models your flesh.
Yep.
3 points, not that much.
Okay. Melu is going to. Oh. They're gonna cast Spirit Guardians. Right over the 4 of those guys. So let me double check that this is correct. Yeah.
Is Spirit Guardians? I thought. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Spirit Guardians not centered on yourself, or can you place it?
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, no, that is centered
Okay.
on myself. Sorry, I'm mixing that up. I meant to say I am going to cast Fairy Fire
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
over the 4 of them. So that's a.
Sure.
They all need to make a Dexterity saving throw.
Okay, perfect. Give me 1 second. So
Yeah.
the 2 kobolds are going to make their. They save, and then the inventor and the other kobold is going to as well. 1.
Come on.
He fails. And the other one rolls a 7 and also fails. So you catch the inventor and the middle of the 2 kobolds with what does it look like when you cast Fairy Fire?
I feel like they kind of do the verbal and somatic components holding their holy symbol, and this area of like kind of purplish energy just kind of lights up around them and comes up like a pillar, kind of looking similar to when like streaks of light come through into like a forested area. You know how you'll get those like beams of light? It looks very similar to that.
Sure, yeah, and they begin glowing with this light that channels up off them, and like some of the light, like the roof is pretty shoddy, right? So some of the light is shining just directly into the roof rafters itself, but other pieces of it are like shining up out of the top of the roof, like up into the sky, through the patchworkness. Excellent. Anything more from Melu?
Can I use my bonus action to try and get this acid off of me?
It would be an action to
Okay.
scrape the goop
That's
off you.
fair.
It's stuck pretty thoroughly to yourself.
Okay. Well, then I'm done.
All right, that is going to make it Brainard's turn. Brainard, you are behind a closed door, but you hear the obvious sounds of commotion and fighting outside. What do you do?
I'm still gonna stick with our plan, so I am going to ready summoning my cannon when I receive a message from Ellida.
Sure, and I would say, well, okay, let's go ahead and let's retcon then slightly, because I would say that like Ellida, you probably would have had like a message prepared to send off to your friends, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I would say that like then you probably would have gotten that signal that shit's breaking down.
Okay, I wasn't sure if Ellida would want to hold it or send it or what.
I think she'd send it. I think she would, because they're starting to attack. I think she would.
Then I will head out here and I will summon my cannon. Right
Sure,
here.
give me 1.
Yeah.
What kind of cannon are you summoning?
I am going to do. You know what? They're pretty grouped up in here. I think I will go with my flamethrower one.
Yeah, you got it. Perfect. Give me 1 second. I found a really good token for your turret earlier, and I meant to upload it.
Hell
Give me
yeah.
Nice.
Yes, I'm using a lot more tokens from 2 Minute Tabletop, which is like a really cool free resource. Thank you 2 Minute Tabletop for all the good stuff. And let me give you control. All right, there you go.
All right.
So go ahead. You should be able to place that where you like. Yep.
Yeah, and it's within 5 feet of me, but I thought it could move 30 feet, but it can only move 15. So I'm gonna move here instead, and then do 1, 2, 3, and I will have it blast. Because it's cone shaped, I can't get. Actually, let me check. What about a cone from here? I just want to double check. Cone. Ooh, I can get all 3 if I put it here and do the cone diagonally.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely. That totally works. Go ahead and post the attack into chat.
Yes. There's the flamethrower one.
DC 15 dex save. Okay, gotcha. So the 2 kobolds are going to make this. They both fail, so they both take 9. They are immediately roasted, toasted, and burnt to a crisp.
Hell yeah.
The other kobold is going to make this. He makes the save, so he takes half, so he takes 4. Almost dying in that moment. And the inventor is going to make the save as well. 11, he fails, and he takes the full 9.
The other thing is, because I just kind of realized those are wooden pews, huh?
They sure are.
The fire ignites any
Sure.
flammable object in the area that is not worn or carried.
Yeah, the pews start to go up in flame. The fire begins to catch it, and it's pretty dry in here. The fire begins to light the pews and catch.
All right. That could be good or it could be bad. I'm hoping it's good though.
Amazing. That makes it Sarah's turn. Sarah, you've also received the message from Ellida, letting you know.
Ellida was actually a 15 in the order.
Course.
She's not in there somewhere.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I tried sending a message, but
No, yeah. Feel free to interrupt me if I've missed you in the order, so that way I can definitely get. So okay, so that would actually put us at. I would actually put us at Elida's turn. I do apologize.
you're good.
Boop, boop, boop. Okay, Ellida, you've sent your messages off to your friends to alert them of the situation, and you are currently prone underneath the altar. What do you do?
Can I stand?
Yeah, you can stand. It's just half movement.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stand where I am, and I'm gonna use Enemies Abound, which is no.
Well, I was gonna say I took out 2 of the kobolds already, so like there's less targets for them. So I don't know if that's. I mean, you can do it if you want, but.
Well, now you're making me doubt myself.
Who did you want to cast it on?
I was gonna cast it on the leader so that he would start attacking the other ones. But if that is a bad idea, then
Yeah,
because
because there's only 2 kobolds besides the leader.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of a
And-
good chance he also goes for us since it's any target within range he goes for. And I know that's one of your big spells, so I didn't want you to waste it.
let's do Firebolt then at the kobold.
Sure. The leader.
1.
At the leader.
15 hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Eesh.
9 points of fire damage. Yeah, your firebolt impacts into the leader, and you see he is severely injured at this point. It looks like a stiff breeze would knock him over.
Good thing he's standing on a burning pew.
Yeah, it's fine. He's fine.
Anything more?
Nope.
Amazing. That is going to make it Sarah's turn. Sarah, you hear a right commotion going off now. Flamethrower blasts, firebolts, all kinds of shit is happening inside, and you've been given the signal.
Sarah steps out and she takes like a quick stock of the situation, and she's just going to snap her fingers and fire off an Eldritch Blast, and it splits so that one's going to go to this kobold and the other's going to go to this kobold.
Sure, go ahead and roll the hit.
Sure.
Both of those hit. So when the first impact hits the kobold on, oh wait, okay, you actually did enough to activate both these things. So as the energy blasts into, splitting off and dissecting, and bisecting and lancing into both these kobold forms, it picks them up off the ground, like skewered on the point of force damage as they are like kind of lifted up. And as this happens, their forms kind of begin to like move and shake and then melt and expand as in their death rattles, they bloat outward and become large figures. Let me go ahead and just switch this out.
What?
And
Hello.
as the enchantment breaks when you slay their kobold forms.
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh.
About that.
Anything
Interesting.
more? Anything more for Sarah?
I mean, I definitely would have cast a different spell, but it is what it is now. She's going to just I wonder if I could take just the rest of my movement and just position myself in front of Melu.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
that's what we'll do, because Melu's covered in like this weird goo, and that's probably a problem.
Amazing. Excellent. That is going to make it the ogre's turns. So they rolled at the same time. So I'm actually gonna have the other one go first. So the one over on the left, it scoops up the kobold and places him onto. Oh, he's gonna take a little bit of fire damage first from the.
Just a little bit of ambient fire damage. It's fine.
You know.
As
Yes,
one
he takes
does.
3 points. He takes 3 points of fire damage as he picks up the little figure of the kobold, then places him onto his back. And at which point the two of them, the pair of them, just start to book it. They start running. Taking the fire with me.
Hmm.
That's his turn. The other ogre, it's gonna move up, and it is going to in the time that it walks up, it is going to pick up a pew like a big club, and it is going to swing at Cera and swing at Melu. So 24 to hit Cera, 15 to hit Melu. 24 is Cera, you take 18 points of bludgeoning damage. Melu, you take
He has to
14 as
roll
the
at disadvantage, though.
Oh, you're right. Thank you for that catch. It's been a minute. 8. So no, he's thinks that he's got you pinned dead to rights, but it's just a duplicate, and he totally misses you. But Melu, you're like seeing this happen, and then like, and maybe you kind of laugh at as it misses, and then it just backhands you with the back of the pew, and you take the 18 or the 14. Right?
Oh no, poor Melu.
And
Basically.
Melu, no.
That is gonna make it the top of the round turn. All the kobolds are dead. The inventor is just gonna scream at you all and be like, "I'll get you. The daughters of Soraka will never forget." And then it's Melu's.
How you feeling there, Melu?
fine. I am going to cast Ray of Enfeeblement on this fuck in front of me. It needs to make a Constitution saving throw. Oh, why did I pick something with a Constitution saving throw? That's fine. I've done it. It's fine.
It's fine.
Sure, and it's the ogre directly in front of you.
Yes.
No worries. And also, you take 3 points of acid damage as the acid continues to eat into you. DC 16.
Yes, DC 16. Come on, whammy. Yes.
Let's go.
Excellent. What does Ravenfield do?
So, oh, sorry, it didn't send the thing. Let me just send the whole thing.
It's like half damage for rolls of strength.
Yeah.
Something like.
Oh wait. Why does it just not have the description of what it does?
Oh, it looks like you would make a ranged spell attack first, and then it would be progressive con saves. But 15 is enough to hit anyway, so the effect takes place no matter what.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, so it only deals half damage with weapon attacks that use strength until the spell ends. That's the big thing.
Gotcha. And let me put a. And you're concentrating.
Yes, I'm concentrating on that.
Let me go ahead and put like a broken thing on him so I know he's strength drain.
Yes.
And you're concentrating. All right, great. All right, cool. Yeah, your ray of enfeeblement, that sickly ray of energy, like beams out, and you see like his muscles atrophy and shrink under its baleful gaze. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Anything more for Melu?
I think that's it. I don't think I'm gonna risk trying to move away from him.
Excellent. All right. Fantastic. That is going to make it Brennard's turn.
All right. Brennard is gonna move here. Actually, probably not near the fire. I'm gonna move here. And then Brennard pulls out like some string and kind of starts doing like a cat's cradle, and I'm gonna cast web on over here.
Oh, very nice. Excellent.
And let me just put that down. The one time I prepare web.
You knew. You knew this was coming.
Yeah, so it's a 20-foot sphere. So, or 20-foot cube, so it's like, boom, is all gunked up with webs.
Amazing.
So they have to make a dexterity save, otherwise they are restrained until they break free.
Dexterity.
I think they're restrained.
Fail. They're hard restrained. Natural 1 to 0.
All right, and then as my bonus action, I will have my turret walk over here and flamethrower this guy.
Absolutely, and that's going to be a dex save.
Yep. Only 3 damage. Oh, nice.
Well, he got a 3 on his dex save, so it's pretty bad. Amazing. All right. And that's it for Brainerd?
Yep.
Excellent. Ellida, you see the kobold riding the ogre trying to get out the room. It's been webbed up. What do you do?
Can I use Ray of Frost on the big ogre?
Sure. I think you're definitely within.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, definitely.
15. 15 hits. Go and roll damage.
6.
6 points of damage. And that reduces his speed.
Yep, reduced by 10 feet until the start of my next turn.
To be fair, he can't move anyway in the web.
About to say
He is restrained right now. True.
Life is rough for him.
He's now frozen in the web, and he's just like, oh man.
He's frozen. He's webbed. He's got a little kobold who's bleeding on him. It's not having a great day right now. Anything more for Ellida?
Nope.
All right, amazing. That is going to make it Sarah's turn.
Fuck it, we'll make his day worse.
Amazing.
Sarah's just gonna take a little 5-foot steppy this way. And she is going to cast a little spell called Hunger of Hadar.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Right.
You really are making his life worthless.
Oh, I'm making his life awful right now, dude. So we're gonna trap him in a 20-foot sphere. So we'll start. Fucking circle tool. I suck at this thing.
8-foot radius sphere. That's so big. That's like 40-foot diameter. That's fucking massive. Holy shit. That's like
just basically just this half of the church over here is just like this sphere now.
shit. What does it look like as you cast this? And what does the Hunger of Hadar look like?
Okay, so Cera, her eyes crackle with magic, with like arcane energy, in the typical like purple hue that people are used to seeing whenever she does cast magic, and just like right on that ogre, space and time just starts to like crackle and distort, and then it just like completely rips and inverts upon itself and envelops them in like complete and utter darkness. And actually Brennard is close enough to where he can hear probably some of the most horrifying sounds of hunger emanating from this sphere. Like, okay, yeah, so Cera can hear it, Melu can hear it, Brennard can hear it. It sounds disgusting. Like, you probably hear like the crunching of bones and just like so many other things just like happening, and they are trapped within this complete darkness. They're blind. And yeah, any creature that starts its turn in this area takes 2d6 cold damage, and any creature that ends its turn in the area has to succeed a dexterity save, or take 2d6 acid damage.
As the next part, as milky otherworldly tentacles rub against it.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh my god, this spell is so good. Yeah. So among the disturbing noises emanating from the field, you also hear the now screams of the ogre and the kobold inside, as they find themselves inside the field. Incredible. Anything more for Cera?
Yeah, with that, she turns to the other ogre, looks at him and goes, "Do you want to end up like them?"
Make an intimidation check.
Sure. Actually, let me roll that with inspiration.
Sure.
Let's go.
19, nice. He is going to make a charisma 9. You see that this ogre is very scared of the thing that you've summoned. Like, you hear it speak in giant, and it says something. It definitely sounds like it's like a prayer to whatever gods it worships.
That's what I thought. Stand down.
Incredible. And that is gonna make it. That is gonna make it the ogre's turn. So I'm gonna do the same thing as I did last time. I'm gonna have the other ogre go first. So it starts off in the field, so it takes 2d6 cold damage.
Correct.
Go ahead and make that. Roll that down.
Yep.
11.
That's 11.
Cold damage. Yeah, you hear it howling as the bitter cold is like tearing into its figure. It is now going to use its action to try to break free using its strength check, and I believe that's against your spell save DC, right?
Yep. So DC 15.
$16.
All right. So
So you. Go on.
yes. Oh, so I was gonna say, so yeah, it is free. I wanted to double check because I couldn't remember if Melu's thing was only half damage, what it is. I wasn't sure if it was disadvantage on strength things.
Right, I think it was the other ogre that was weakened.
It's the other.
Oh,
ogre
okay.
that, got Ray of
All right,
the
no
Old.
worries.
Yeah, absolutely. No, thank you for asking though. Yeah, and with that, it is going to begin to trundle its way out. The ogre Howda has 40 feet of movement, but it is in the field, in the goo. So it's going to take, that's 10 feet of movement. And then I think as soon as you're moving out into normal, space, it's fine, right? So that's just 5 feet. Am I right in thinking that?
Yeah, but remember, it's also got hit with the Ray of Frost, so it also has reduced movement speed.
Oh, right.
Correct.
How much reduced by 10 feet? So it's only got 30 feet of movement. Okay, thank you.
Also, it's
so
blind.
That's true. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna make it roll. It was running in the direction. I'm gonna make it make like just a straight intelligence check to see if it's gotten turned. It's not spun about. So I'm gonna make it roll a d6. North is 1, and then each other direction around it is, or I'll roll a d4 in each other direction is that way. So by sheer dumb luck, the ogre, just having spun around, he does like a complete 360 and busts out, rubbing up against the door and bursting through it. It's already rotted and weakened, and it just cannot hold up against this ogre's combined weight as it goes pushing its way out. It goes 10, 15, and then it's just gonna run 15. 20, 25, 30, and it can just barely end on the edge of the Hunger of Hadar. The ogre on the inside of the church, though, this ogre is instead of attacking you, is gonna move this way over to this wall. It's gonna try to get this direction from you. So Melu and Cera, you can take attacks of opportunity if you would like.
Sure, I'll try to hit it with my axe.
Sure.
Nope.
A 16 will hit. Go and roll down.
11.
Yeah, you cut this thing cut this thing deep with your enchanted weapon as it pulls away from you. But it moves on undeterred, and it moves up to the wall, and it uses seeing like his ally has gone away through the door. Or to the south, it doesn't know what's happened because the Hunger of Adar has completely blocked its way. It is going to just try to escape, and it's going to use the pew to try to smash its way through the wall.
Wow.
That said, these are affected by the half damage.
Yeah,
That's true.
true.
That's true, but as this creature is a siege monster, it does double damage to objects and structures, so it bounces back out. So, and the walls are not that tough. So with 30 total damage, 30 plus, it busts through this like an ogre-shaped hole in the wall, and it begins to run this way as well, the rest of its movement. And it just begins to sprint. Chaos in the city. And that is going to make it Melu's. Sorry, what were you going to say? What were you going to say, Sarah?
Nothing.
Melu?
Okay. Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Okay. I think. Let me see what the range is on this. 60 feet. Okay. Melu is gonna move up. 5, 10, 15, 20. I think that'll get me in close enough.
Just remember, we can't see through this either. It's
Yeah, you
impenetrable to
Oh.
everything. Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
it's a
Well
black
then.
hole, basically.
Never mind.
Would you like to
Melu-
hold your action until I dispel it?
Well, you can. It's concentration, right, Sarah?
Correct.
You can drop concentration at any time as a free action.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'll go ahead and drop concentration on that.
Sure.
Okay. So there's nothing there blocking my sight of this person that is running, right?
Nope.
Cool. I'm gonna cast command.
Oh my god, amazing.
Nice.
So DC 16 Wisdom saving throw.
And they just within range too.
Yeah.
Incredible. They're not very wise. Let's see
I'm
it.
hoping.
8.
Oof.
What's the one word that you command them to do?
Stop.
They come to a abrupt halt.
Perfect.
You hear the kobold in the back go, "What are you doing?" Amazing. Anything more?
No, that's it. Oh, I also
Incredible.
probably took acid
Yeah.
damage.
Oh yeah, you would have taken acid.
Poor Melu.
I'm fine.
8 points of acid damage.
Oh, that one hurt a little more.
I was about to say, like, how fine are you now?
Not so fine. Not so fine.
This one, it started to actually cut through your armor a little bit and wear it down. Like it's actually starting to make contact with your skin now, and it's really starting to hurt.
Oh god.
It's like sizzle.
Brennard.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am gonna I can just barely get to this hole, but I should now have sight to him because he's 10 feet wide, so there are openings here. And I'm gonna pull out my wand of necrotic missiles, and we're gonna blast like a big cloud of skulls to chase him down.
Amazing. And you said it was magic missile?
Ogres.
Yep. So let me just see. I forget how many missiles I get with this per thing, and I can use more charges to fire more. So I just gotta
Yeah, absolutely.
magic missile. Where are you?
Oh yeah, and this is This is the wand that you got from
That I made from the Oh no, I did get it, yeah. But I made it into my arcane firearm. So
Yeah,
it
you
also
got it
looks like a
from-
skull-headed gun. If anyone has seen oh my god, what's that game called? I literally linked it as soon as I got this. Alright. So that is 3, and then I can use more. So I'm gonna do 3 charges to fire it with 5 missiles.
Nice. Go ahead and roll the 4d5 or 5d4.
Yeah, 5d4
D5?
plus 5. Oh! What?
Wow.
1-1-1-1-4.
It's interesting. You feel like as you're as you fire this volley from your arcane firearm, you feel it like your gun isn't acting like it normally does. And I think in this moment you have like a flashback, and you realize that the wand that it's based on, the rod, it was looted from another cleric that was the originator of the weird amalgam that you guys had fought.
Anything else I can do? Man, I was 50-50 whether I wanted boots that could teleport or gloves of thievery as my final infusion, and I went with the gloves, and I'm regretting it.
Oh no.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, I know what I'll do, I think. Because... Let's just make sure I can do this. I think I can, but I want to make sure. Where's my... Okay, so I am going to command my turret to dash so that I can get it further. I won't be able to act, but I can get it over here.
Yeah, absolutely. So it should be able to move like the full 30 feet, right?
Yep.
Excellent. Yeah, and it just scuttles out of the building, following like hot on the ogre's heels.
Yep.
Excellent. All right, beautiful. That is going to make it Ellida's turn.
Okay. Can I see him from where I am, or what I need to move?
The ogre?
Yeah.
The ogre to the right here, you can see him, but he would probably have like half cover against you. He's kind of out the building from you. But the other ogre, the door's still open, so you could see him. He's just quite a distance away.
Okay, let me see here. So that is 85 feet away.
Yeah, he's 85 feet away from you right now.
Let's see here. Oh, perfect. I want to use Chaos Bolt at him.
Sure, go ahead and roll the hit. That's like at 120 feet range, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like massive. Yeah, go ahead and roll the hit.
We're gonna cast it at level. Casting at level 2. Oh!
Wow. Wow, you crit. Okay. And you did double the die. You got 2 7s. One of them on the crit. So is the other one within a range of it? I don't think it is though, right? Oh, well, I guess the guy's riding on his back. You could target him.
Yeah.
Okay. What type of damage do you pick? You can also choose. I mean, you rolled. You maximized like the psychic damage, but I'm gonna say that you can choose based on any of those numbers that you roll.
Shit. Am I able to to decipher anything that it's been particularly weak to, or?
I'm gonna say no. I mean, it's just been he's a big boy. He hasn't really been especially weak to anything. It seems like if you cut him, he will bleed. If you burn him, if you hit him with fire, he'll burn. If you hit him with acid, he'll get melted. You know.
But psychic may not be as effective.
Well, I mean, nobody's tried psychic damage on him yet, I believe. But nothing especially makes you believe that.
I want to do acid.
Okay. So, 21, 25, 25 total points of acid. Holy shit. and then go and make a second attack roll against the little boy on his back.
Okay. So I would just roll it again? Like roll...
Yeah, just hit the button again in the roll 20 and it'll... Yeah, because it's bouncing to another target, right? It's like a new attack roll.
Okay.
So being on this creature's back, he does have higher cover. He's like actively using it as like a platform to hide from him. So he has 3/4 cover, so he has +5 AC. So what you need is a 17. So unfortunately, a 6 is not gonna. Or wait, do 25. That will do it. So even with like using the large ogre as cover, the chaos bolt careens into him, dealing 9 points of what type of damage?
Oh. Let's do lightning.
Lightning, nice. 9 points of lightning damage, and you electrocute the shit out of the kobold, and it dies.
Now, because I had an extra, did I only use one spell slot for that, or 2 for this?
That was just one spell slot. That's the bonus of chaos.
Yes. Awesome.
Excellent. Anything more for Ellida?
No.
Fantastic. Awesome. Yeah, that's gonna make it Cera's.
Okay. So little kobold dude is down for the count, right? On this ogre's back.
He had like 1 hit point left when he got scooped up by the ogre, and they were making a mad dash. He was pretty weak.
And how's the ogre looking?
He also looks very weak at this point.
Oh, that the range is easy. It's just,
Oh yeah.
how big is this hole over here? Because you said that this guy over here, since he's running, he would have a 3/4 cover.
Yeah, he's gonna have 3/4 cover against you if you don't move. But if you could shift to like right there, and he would have no cover against you.
Yeah, what we'll have Cera do is she will reposition over here, and we will fire off. No, that's not going to work. Oh. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's see. There. Yeah, so Cera is actually going to move right here because I should still have a clear shot at both of these ogres.
Yeah, definitely.
And she is going to fire off an Eldritch Blast for each of them. You know, one for everybody.
Quality.
Yeah, go and roll the hit.
Equality.
So 14 on the closer one will hit. 20 on the other one. Go ahead and describe your kill on the far one that was carrying the kobold. This one.
I mean, to be fair, all Cera really does is she just like saunters into place, just maybe takes a couple seconds to make sure she has a line of sight on both of them, and she'll just like snap her fingers towards the far one and then snap her fingers towards the closer one, and just two purple beams just arc out from her towards each of them.
Incredible. And like I think this ogre has been made to stood still, and has just been absolutely riddled from behind by an acid bolt, and now more eldritch blast, and it's just like as the bolt like connects with it, you just like spike it once more, and just like you absolutely decimate it. Very nice.
Nice.
Anything more?
No, just hoping that helped out enough with this one over here so that Brennard can finish them off.
Incredible. Amazing. So with that, this ogre is going to make a mad dash. Again, much like before. It is going to it's just going to run. Does the turret get a attack of opportunity?
No, because it doesn't have a melee attack.
Oh, fair enough.
Poor
So it's
buddy.
just going to run. And it starts to make its way into like out into the city, like trying to make its way towards the edge. We're going to continue to play this out, but I don't have a battle map for the city per se. But like I'll go in and just like, show this area. But like this is like in the concept of this is this like inside the city at large, and y'all are it's kind of run out into the city proper, I think. And that makes it Melu's turn.
Okay.
Melu, what will you do?
Wait, can I see him out the front door?
Yeah, he's like making the beeline towards like the front gate, which is just so happens to be past. He has to run past the front door of the church.
Okay, well, the first thing I do is I take acid damage.
It's true.
Poor Melu.
Oh,
I'm fine.
That points.
Are you?
My webs are
10.
concentration, by the way, so I will end those.
Okay.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Where's my thing? I thought I had guiding bolts, but apparently I do not. So I'm gonna word of radiance him.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just gonna walk up first because I think the range is only. Never mind, the range is only 5 feet on that. I thought that was like guiding bolt. Okay, I don't think I have anything to do really. So instead, I am going to get this acid off of me. I'm just gonna take my action to try and just like get the acid off of me because it really hurts now.
Yeah, and you're able to do that without making a save or a roll or anything like that. It just comes off.
Cool.
Like
Lovely.
you're gonna scrape it off, but it's not that difficult.
Okay. But that's all,
All right,
I'm
excellent.
gonna do.
Fantastic. All right, that's gonna make it Brennard's turn.
All right. So how far away is he? Like off the map?
He's about 90 feet away from you. He's about 40 or so some odd feet away from like the front of the church.
Okay. I don't really have a lot of good ways to handle this. Where can those spells go? actually be able to do that. All right, so I will run back into the church so that I have a straight shot. Because he should be, like, straight down from the door, right?
Hold on. I was going to say scroll the map down because
Oh, can we
I don't
see
know if
him?
you have a straight shot. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
you
can.
can see
Oh
him.
my god, I didn't even realize we could see him.
Oh, sorry.
All right, let me just think then. So then... All right, I'm gonna zoom out on this map as well. 'Cause let's see then. Let's change it. I need not a cone, ruler. Perfect. All right, so I will go here. If you can make this a little bit more visible for me, Timbo.
Yes.
And then Brennard's gonna tap his like arcane firearm on his hand since it just shut out that crummy attack. And then once he's kind of gotten it like to spark a little, he'll take aim with it, and I will fire Scorching Ray out of it.
Nice. And
Oh,
all
boy.
three beams?
Yep.
Here goes Brennard cremating people again.
Sometimes you gotta. I actually don't have this description loaded in. I do have this though. So I will roll via this. So that is a 13 to hit.
13 hits?
Okay, it does.
Yeah.
All right. And then, so then that will add 7 damage from my firearm. And then the actual damage.
It'll deal 7 plus 7, so it'll deal 14 total.
All right, and then 6. Wait, what?
So it did 7 damage from a rolling of a d8, and then 7 plus a 7 from your arcane firearm, or is that a different?
No. The 7 is the damage from my arcane firearm.
Oh, I see. Okay,
Yeah, because
got it.
I just have I have all my spells programmed since they're all using the same attack modifier when I fire them through the firearm, as just like it rolls the firearm's damage, and then I just roll the spell's damage separate.
I see.
which
Okay,
is
gotcha. Yeah.
Gonna be 66. Yeah.
Oh, I think it's for each raid you need to make a separate attack. So it's like, and each raid does 2d6. Right?
Oh, okay. And
So the first one hits for, but that's good for you because then you can add that d8 multiple times, right?
I'm not sure if it says once per spell or what. Let me just double check.
Yeah, double check.
I haven't gotten to use this. We haven't had like too many combats since I made this thing. Let's see. Firearm. All right. When you cast an artificer spell, roll a d8 and gain a bonus to one of the spell's damage rolls.
Oh, okay. So we'll say the first one then.
Yep.
Yeah. So the first 13 hits, go ahead and roll that to hit 2 more times.
22, and then a
Absolutely,
crit.
And that, yeah,
Woo!
that definitely does it.
So I also get 2 more d6.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and make that. Okay, excellent. So, so we'll say the first one
So
is
30 damage total.
Perfect. Go ahead and describe your kill.
Yeah, so the skull head of the firearm opens up and just unleashes 3 beams of fire that like kind of take the form of a giant skull and just close down on the ogre, like it chomps down on him.
Perfect. Yeah, and it literally bites him in half, and like the stump of his legs fall to the ground, and the other half of the top half of him like is just gone as the skull dematerializes into wherever it came from. Amazing. Excellent. And you are now all out of combat.
Brennard blows the smoke off his gun before holstering it.
Hell yeah. I imagine you do the very cool gunslinger like and then
I feel like Sarah's gonna give him a talking to, though.
Only if she has to like explain away you cremating someone yet again.
I mean, on that note, you do see that there is definitely a tension. The fire is starting to catch some of the other pews. It's starting to catch some of the other pieces of the building. People are on the exterior are like starting to say, "Hey, there's a fire in there. What's going on?" And there's starting to be a tension. What do you all do in this moment?
Yeah, does anyone have like water or cold or anything?
Hold on, let me see if create food and water is a ritual.
I have Ray of Frost as a cantrip.
Nope.
I have
Create or destroy
prestidigitation.
water is not a ritual.
Prestidigitation would work.
Prestidigitation would work.
Wait,
Yeah.
does it?
Yeah, you can use it to snuff
Yeah.
flames.
Ooh.
Yeah, you.
I do it. I do the thing.
Perfect. Yeah. You spend like a couple of minutes, or you spend like, well, let me ask you this. So you're starting to put the fire out. You're working at it, but there is quite a bit of it because it takes 6 seconds for it to happen, right? So as you're working on it, you, the rest of the crew, you're noticing people start to gather. What do you all do? Or what do the rest of y'all do while Ellida continues to prestidigitate?
Cera is going to walk out of the church, and with an authoritative voice, everyone back. These miscreants started a fire in the church. It's dangerous out here.
Brennard will come and back this up with yeah, I'm from House Canneth. I'll be repairing the damage. No worries.
Basic. Sarah, go ahead and make me a persuasion or an intimidation check, your choice.
My choice.
And with advantage because I'm helping, hopefully.
Yes, with advantage. Thank you. Sorry, I meant to say that.
Let's try persuasion. 22.
Perfect. 22. They go. Oh, there was a fire. Somebody set a fire, and then like you see them like holding back, and like especially when you mention it's danger, and then they say fire. Should somebody go get the fire marshal or the fire department? And like you hear them whispering, and like you see one person like run off from the crowd in a direction.
We're gonna have limited time. Calm down. We've got it under control. We just need everyone to stay back just in case.
You're keeping them contained, but they start to go. Who are you? Don't. It doesn't look like you're. You don't look like you're with Flamekeep. Who are you? And House Canneth. Why wouldn't they use the locals? And they start to grill you a little bit. What's Melu doing in this moment?
I feel like Melu is inside the church, watching what Ellida is doing, trying to decide if they want to cast Cure Wounds on themselves.
Oh, honey.
I feel like they're like in their head doing a lot of spell slot math.
They should also factor in. It's like, well, Cera can also just like cast Cure Wounds on me, and all she needs to do is like take a nap, and she'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what they're doing in their head right now. Like they're just trying to decide if they're hurt enough for that, basically.
Amazing. And I'm gonna say, just as Ellida, you've been spending the next like the couple minutes like getting the fire under control. Go on and make me just an Arcana check as you're doing that.
Okay.
Yeah, and can I also try to help appease the crowd with since it's been closed down so long, I'll be doing some, House Canneth is the place to be for the best place to do some repairs. So I'll be working to get things back into tip-top shape before despite the fire damage.
Some kind of charity from House Canneth.
Yeah.
And you hear that like ripple out through the crowd, and that seems to help. Like that seems to like make people feel a little bit better. That like they're like you hear a couple of people like, wow, House Canneth really cares about us. So that's pretty surprising. Like you see that play over well. Ellida, you're doing your best to combat the fire, and you were casting basically as much as you can, but the it's very dry, and the conditions in here are poor, and bits of it are lighting faster than you can put it out. You're keeping it at bay, but you're not really able to sufficiently like fully put it out by yourself.
Okay, can I try Ray of Frost on it?
Sure.
I'm just like,
He had Cone of Cold. It would be really nice if he had Cone of Cold.
I got Ray of Frost. It's that or nothing.
Hey, try it. Let's see if it works.
Is it just one? It's just one blast.
It is.
Yeah, it's just a cantrip, so.
Oh, that's also a cantrip. Okay. I think that like you're having with a 9, you're having similar difficulties. It's just like there's too much flammable material, and Brennard makes very good technology, especially for setting shit on fire.
Oh yes.
Yeah, it's a shame you don't have frostbite, because that's the cantrip that explicitly says also puts out all fires in the area.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Nobody has control flame.
Hold on 1 second.
Ellida's just gonna be like, guys, I can't keep this up.
Oh yeah, the ray of frost goes off on the inside of the church, and the people on the outside scream a little bit as the magical energy.
Oh,
Energy happens.
Sorry, everybody. Sorry.
And they go, "What was that?"
Hold on. So Sarah's like, "Hold on, Brennard. Try and keep them calm." And she goes back inside, and she looks at the fire, looks at Ellida, and sees that she's doing her best. And we are going to Sarah's going to cast Frostbite using her Dark Shard amulet.
Oh, nice.
Oh, hell
so you just
yeah.
need to make a DC 10 Arcana check.
Yeah, buddy.
I believe.
So
Melu is like pouring their water skin onto the flames uselessly, trying to be helpful right now.
baby.
Such a good visual. 12, very nice. That's enough. So what does it look like as you channel the frostbite through the dark shard?
You'll see like a. Actually, no, you wouldn't, because it's under her cat suit. But there's just like a beam of light that kind of like pokes out of her collar before channeling back into Cera, and her eyes glow for a second, and she just reaches out and she catches frostbite on this on the fire, and it's just instantly the area is cold.
Beautiful, yes, and it's like a light being shut off, and it just completely snuffs the flame out. And the crackling that was filling the church grows quiet as that occurs, and yeah, the fire is out. Brennard, as that happens, you see running up, you see some individuals that look like they're probably the fire department.
All right. So first of all, to kind of like assuage the crowd, I'll like take out a little trinket and activate my magical tinkering on it, so I can kind of make like a so I'll probably take out like a copper coin and kind of make it like light up whenever it spins. And I'll kind of hand that out like, yeah, well, you know how Scaneth uses magic.
I love it. Yeah, and you pass out like several of these coins into the crowd, and people are just like flipping them, and they're loving it, like laughing at the magic. People are like, "Oh, that's a miracle! Incredible!"
Yeah, so I can do up to 5 of those. So I'll make 5.
Nice. I love it. Yeah, and I think that does distract the crowd. As you see these fire marshals walking up, you have enough time to like shout into the church or distract them in some way. What do you do?
I'm gonna talk to the fire marshals, I think.
Sure. They walk up and they say, "Greetings. I don't recognize you as one of us, but we heard there was as a member of Flamekeep, but we heard there was a fire."
Oh, yep, we've got that under control. Don't worry. I'm from House Canneth. We're gonna be fixing up the fire damage and all that.
Oh, interesting. I don't. That's excellent to hear. This part of Flamekeep has been run down for many years. You don't happen to know what happened with that? And he'll point towards the two messed up bodies of the ogres and the electrified body of the kobold.
Well, we'd hired them as laborers, and turned out they were a bit more, uncultured.
Go ahead and make a deception check at that.
Yeah. Okay, let me just check that.
17. They buy your line and they say, oh yes, it's it's a little difficult to get outsourced labor that is competent and reliable. That's why I recommend you have you thought about using some of the people in Sharn, like some of the local workforce?
Well, I mean, I'm from Sharn, but that's like 1,000 miles away from here.
Sorry, I meant to say Flamekeep. Have you thought about using some of the workers from Flamekeep?
Oh, that seems much more reasonable.
Amazing.
Well,
Yeah. So, go on.
Yeah, like I said, we tried to hire some. We just ended up picking the wrong batch of workers. They ended up trying to rob the place. Not a good look for a church. So, unfortunately, when we got attacked, things got a little out of hand, and they suffered a work-related fatality.
That is unfortunate. Maybe it would be best if we got the guards involved with this. Normally they like to know about this kind of thing, killings happening in the city and that like.
Oh, well, this isn't a killing. It's a work accident.
Well, I mean it was an accident, but he died. That's half the person is missing there. The top half.
Listen, they lit a fire and then damages to the building and all that. You're the fire marshal, you understand.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna need you to stick around so that way you can make a report to the guards.
Can I do a persuasion check to kind of leverage?
To try to get out of it? Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on and make that persuasion.
All right. And for my saving face, would the party count right now? Because they're still
what's the
inside.
range?
Within 30 feet of me.
I think they're like maybe a little bit too far away because you're kind of like at the front door and they're kind of deep into the church putting the flames out.
All right.
So
I mean, I could be making my way back to the entrance.
No, it's fine. You're putting out fires.
It's put out.
We'll have some leverage that we actually were working on putting out the fire and repairing the damage if you stay in there.
The guard or the fire marshal will go, yeah, let me go, just as a mere formality. Naturally I believe you and don't suspect any wrongdoing, but it would just be better if you told it to a guard so they were filled in on the situation. While this is going on as well, while Brennard is distracting them, what is the rest of the group doing? Like you kind of see Brennard out the, like I would have assumed like coming back in the doors would have been shut, right? So you can see like him out the window talking with some of these fire marshals, and it seems like he's spinning some kind of web to distract them. What do y'all?
Well, I mean, the kobold that we want to investigate is actually out there with Brennard, so
That's true.
Yeah.
Wait, so the doors would still be open though?
I would say it's up to y'all because y'all have been going through them. You'll pass through them in order to get get outside to distract the crowd. So whether or not you would keep them open is your call, I would say.
I think Cera probably would have closed them when she went back in to stop Ellida from firing off rays of frost.
Didn't an ogre bust through them though?
Yes.
I think those doors are not on anymore.
True.
That's true. They're pretty busted. Okay, we'll say that because I want to keep the scene like intact the way that it had happened at least a little bit. That
Yeah.
Brainerd, you kind of like walked forward and met them off at the pass to give the rest of the crew a little bit of cover, right?
Yep.
That's fair.
Yeah, because I do think I was probably like here-ish still.
Yeah, I think that makes perfect sense, right? Like you're using the angle and the orientation of the building, right, to make it so that way they can't really see in
Yep.
effectively, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so Brainerd is covering for y'all. What do you do in this moment? There is also like another exit here that is like been busted out by the by the troll or the ogre rather. And there's also other various like there are windows and stuff about that you can also escape through, depending on what y'all want to do.
Sarah's like, okay, Melu, Ellida, I think you two should go through the hole in the wall over there and get back to the Golden Dragon Inn. It looks like Brainerd has this covered, but just in case, I think I'm going to go back out and meet him, considering we were both talking to the crowd in the first place. And we'll meet you both back at the end. Melu, are you going to be okay?
Okay. They're like
Yeah.
covered in acid burns.
Oh,
I'm fine. I can walk.
You need help, Melu. You need
Oh,
help.
baby.
No, wait. We'll go back to the inn and we'll sit down and I'll be fine. I just need to rest for a little bit.
Sarah just kind of like looks at Melu and just cups their cheeks and casts cure wounds. Let's see what level. Bloop, bloop. There you go.
11.
11.
Okay, they're doing better now.
Oh, I think it's more than 11 actually.
It
Isn't
is
it,
actually. Yeah.
Oh.
It's an extra D8 per, I believe.
I think it's actually up above the 11. So I see another 8 up there.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think you get 19 total.
Ooh,
1D8 for each slot level above first. Yeah.
cool. Yeah, they're like, thanks. I'm okay. Thank you.
Yeah. I'll see you guys back at the end, okay?
See you back at the end.
Okay.
Incredible. Ellida and Melu, make me stealth checks at advantage as y'all duck out the side of the building.
Oh, no.
Because everyone's distracted. Hey, that's pretty good though.
Okay.
19 and 16.
Oh,
Nice.
yes.
Nice.
Oh!
With a +0 modifier for Melu. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Let's go, Melu.
Yeah, the crowd is not focused on this side of the building, which kind of leads out into like a smaller alley. It almost seems like maybe the damage to this side of the wall has not been noticed as y'all kind of slink out and go another direction away from the crowd before looping back and heading back to the Golden Dragon Inn. We're gonna cut away from that just briefly, but we'll cut back to that to Melu and Ellida. Sarah, you come out of the building and you see Brennard is chatting up 2 of these fire officials. And as you walk out, Sarah, walking up from around the corner of a building, you see a couple of guards as well who approach.
Yes, the guards. Sarah's like, oh, Brennard, everything okay? I think we're done surveying the damage on the inside. I think we should get back to headquarters so that we can properly discuss how we're going to execute renovations on this church.
Yeah, the guards just want to ask us about the work accidents that happened to the thugs that we hired.
Oh, they do they? Okay, well, alright, yeah, I guess I'll talk to them. You know me, your good old friend, Farron, winks at him.
So I'll say that Mystrich, as the player, you can determine whether or not Brainerd knows that inherently, or whether or not you want him
That's
to make the save
completely
too.
fair. Like she's just trying. She knows that like Brainerd is like very honest and just like to a fault, but she's like, please pick up on this.
I'm rolling
Please."
insight. Oh no, he's not.
Oh no.
He's cocking an eyebrow, but at the same time, he doesn't know who you're talking about. But he does trust you to take over the talking. So, he is probably going to start working on this door and using mending to fix the hinges.
Excellent. Yeah, and as you kind of swap places a little bit, the guard walks up and he goes, "Good afternoon. What's going on?"
Oh, hello. My name is Farron de Jarasco, and this over here, this lovely person working on the doors here is my friend Brennard of House Caneth. We're here on a joint venture from House Jarasco, House Caneth. We had heard about, some dilapidated buildings in the area, so we figured that we were going to provide some charity, try and build back up some churches to restore faith within the community. And unfortunately, we just made a poor choice in some of our workers who we hired, as you can see. And she gestures at like the ogres.
Make me a deception check.
Will do.
Ain't no whammies.
Man, two different houses taking an interest in a charity event. That's, man, I guess we should be thanking the flame itself for its blessings in this moment. And you said that the workers tried to steal from you?
Well, we hired them to come survey the damage within the church so that we could move forward with how we're going to, do demo and then rebuild it, of course. Instead, what happened is we caught them trying to ransack what was left. And, I mean, honestly, what kind of person steals from a church?
Truly, my friend. Well, I appreciate your zeal, but next time if you catch somebody doing a crime, please do ensure that you come and get the guards and instead. That's what we're here for.
Yes, I do understand, and I do appreciate, such a fine job that you're doing, but just someone of my status, I'm just very used to taking things into my own hands. I do hope you understand.
Of course. And I think at this point, like, he puts a hand out, like, to, like, shake your hand.
Yeah, she reaches out, gives him a nice, sturdy handshake.
Hell yeah. And I think in that moment, like, he goes, yeah, I appreciate the work that you're intending on doing for this section of Flamekeep. And, I hope maybe this will help you work with a certified member of the Flamekeep Crafts Union in the future. I can assure you that there are no slouches amongst those folks. But sorry to hear that these workers gave you all such.
It happens. Sometimes you just have to be a better judge of character. You really want to believe in the best in people, but sometimes they just won't let you. We will absolutely look into using the trade union.
Absolutely, I recommend it. You have any questions, Dobby? And Dobbs will go, he'll like shake his head. It looks like he's been taking notes this whole time. And he'll look back and he'll say, all right, well, I assume you're gonna be in Flamekeep for a while you get renovations going on the church?
Oh, well, actually, we were here just, to scout. We'll be sending out an official cruise within a time frame, probably about a week or so. But we were here just to, like, kind of get things started.
Gotcha. All right, excellent. If I have any follow-up questions, I'll make sure to reach out to House the Jurasco to reach out to you. Excellent. All right. Well, have a fantastic day. And as you see, like as he's kind of like finishing speaking to you, Dobbins is kind of moved out into the crowd and is like dispersing them and telling them nothing to see here and telling them to leave. It looks like there's already like a group coming to clean up the bodies. If you wanted to do so.
Can I take a moment to investigate the this kobold's body?
Sure.
I would also like to go inside and investigate something. I want to see if there's in either of the rooms or anything, if I can find the deed to the building.
Sure. Go ahead and make me an investigation check, Brainerd, as you take a more thorough look, and Cera, make me one as well.
Oh my god.
Brennard, no.
Oh no.
I have not been rolling good tonight.
So 5 from Brainerd. Unfortunately, you do not find anything of that nature. It looks like this place has been basically cleared out. There are like the bed is moldering and hasn't been slept in quite a while. There's dirt on the ground in both of the rooms. It's pretty messed up in this place. It looks like it's not been habitated for a while, and if there was a deed, it's been taken. Cera, you don't find very much on the kobold. It looks like he had just like a weird bag of eclectic shit that it looks like maybe he might have been able to use like effectively, but to you it's just like he has a scorpion on a stick, and like you try to grab it, but it look like it tries to pinch at you, and you're like, no, I don't want that. But you do find a sack of money on him, 500 gold pieces.
It's, very quietly and not suspiciously at all. We'll just pocket that.
Yes, it's the same, and on a meta level, it's the same sack of money that the kobolds showed Melu when they were like, "Show me what you got."
That is what I was hoping.
Yep. All right, excellent. And with that, we're going to cut back over to Melu and Ellida, who are making their way back to the Golden Dragon. I think Ellida, maybe in both of your heads, to be honest, because I think that a hatred for Galazrial has festered inside Melu too. But his just smug, smarmy-looking face is just playing over and over in y'all's heads, like the interaction, his blatant lies and manipulation. As y'all are making your way back to the Golden Dragon, so my question to you, like, do you have like a scene, like, do you talk about this on the way?
I think that we would probably.
Yeah, I think so. I feel like Melu just starts with, he set us up. No, he's not smart enough to set us up. What happened back there?
He was gonna come with us, which is the... She stops, she's like, I don't even know. I don't know, and I don't want to think about it too much, but at the same time...
Do you think he was getting...
Do I think he was getting set up?
Yeah, he wanted us to come with, and this was always how it was gonna go, even if it was him here.
That, or... there's no way he would know that we've ran into those guys before, right? Like...
No,
I don't know.
I don't think he would have known. I think maybe he was supposed to have met them, thinking that... I think he would have shown up with a bag of gold, and that kobold would have had a bag of gold, and it would have wound up the same way. They wouldn't have had what he thought they had, and he wouldn't have had what they thought he had.
It was like a distraction or something? I don't
know, maybe.
Or is it just like I feel like we just keep getting closer, then we keep getting farther away, one way or the other.
Yeah, this is kind of confusing.
Yeah?
We have to go into Flamekeep tonight.
So we need that angel.
I think we need that fresco.
And we need that map that he was talking about.
And we need the map that he was talking about.
Mhm.
I can't try and look for either of them until tomorrow.
What's that thing in Critical Role with the pigeons?
The metagaming pigeon?
Metagaming pigeon.
Cool,
Metagaming
cool.
pigeon swoops by and goes, you could go back to him.
I mean, that did cross my mind. I don't want
like-
to see that fucker's face again.
Like,
The
it's like-
funny above table, if you guys didn't do it, I was going to have Sarah be like, "Hey, Brennard, we should make a stop."
Ellida's like, Ellida's like, I had such a good outro. That would be the last time I ever saw him, and I was hoping that would be the last time.
I said something really good to him as we left too. So
I know, it was fucking picture perfect. It was like everything in my head, and that would have been a perfect last time.
Now we have to go see him, don't we?
Oh man, the kids are worried about their appearances.
Should we go see him? Should we go to him now, or should we
Yes.
wait for Sarah and Brennard? Okay.
No.
I'll send a message to Sarah and Brennard.
Okay.
And so I'll cast sending.
I love how Ellida's just immediate instinct is just like, no, don't tell Sarah.
Yeah,
Or
she's
whatever
like,
it is.
You meant no, don't tell Sarah. Okay.
do you don't you have a limited amount of those? Like, can we save that one? Like,
Melu kind of stops and goes, "Do you not want to tell Sarah?"
well,
We can just go.
I'm okay with her knowing, but also I know that you have a limited amount of those, and I feel like we could get more information elsewhere. I think we could make this quick, potentially.
Okay.
Sarah
okay.
also has the cell phone. I feel like, I just feel in my spirit, maybe it should count as free minutes.
Yeah.
The question is do we have a way to contact the cell phone? How does that work?
If you had another sending stone, you could.
I have Brother Bobby's, don't I? Or did I give that to Sarah?
That's true. You know, you do have another sending stone that does have brother Bobby's contact information like paired to it, but you could use it to connect to the other cell phone. Sure.
That just feels like it could be really bad. It's like,
You know, we don't have to. You know what? How about this? How about we go, and if things are going south, then I'll send a message to Sarah. That
Yeah.
won't get us into any trouble at all.
yeah, exactly. Okay, let's go.
Okay, let's just focus. We're gonna find out what the hell is going on here. And I think we head to the hospital, right?
yeah.
Amazing. So first of all, I love this. Second of all, we are at 10 o'clock. Are we good to, I think this is a good place to stop, or we could play out the scene. What do people think?
I would really like to keep going.
I would like to keep going too.
I was gonna say that would make a great opener next time.
It
No!
would be a good opener.
I mean, I'm fine either way.
I would love to keep going, because it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Well, I mean, I'm okay with keep going. What do you think?
You know what I think.
I am fine either way.
I don't think
Cool.
any force in the world can stop Reich right now.
Yeah, I think we're going. I think we're doing this scene, and maybe then we're done.
I'm pretty
Yeah, I'll
sure
make-
Wright's saying, yeah, we're doing this.
Well,
make it quick.
I am giving it. I'm giving the option. I'm just saying where I stand, me personally, but everybody else has an opinion. I do not override everybody. I'm a gremlin.
I can make it fast. 10 minutes.
Dude, I don't care. I've got time.
I have
I've
time
got
too.
time.
I have time too.
I know Mist has to get up in the morning.
Yeah, but I can do a little bit longer. If we go until
Okay.
like, yeah, if you want to give Reich 10-15 minutes to have the
Yeah.
moment.
Okay. So, Melu and Ellida, you head off. You know the layout of the city well enough, and you just, instead of you you make a left instead of a right and head back to the hospital, the Jurassico Hospital. As you make your way inside, you see the same individual that you'd been talking to before, whose name he definitely had a name, but I can't remember it, so I'm just gonna call him Bert. You see Bert at the desk, and he goes, "Oh, hey, you're back.
Yes.
Are
We've
you here?
returned.
You can't be here. You can't be here to see your friend, though. He just checked out."
What?
Yeah, you didn't see him. He literally left like 2 minutes ago.
I'm already walking back out of the,
Yeah,
the
Elida's
hospital.
also doing the same thing.
Perception
Absolutely.
check.
Go to make me a perception check.
Finally.
I don't think I need to roll one with that, but
21 perception check. You see the figure of Galazrial hobbling away into the crowd, still bandaged and injured, with a bag slung over his shoulder.
Hold person on him.
Oh yeah, it's a whiz save.
It's a wisdom saving throw. It's DC 16. Oh,
He fails. He locks into place as the old person takes effect, and he stops moving. He can't speak while you're a held person.
he cannot. I think he's paralyzed.
Perfect. Yeah, he's just like he becomes one of those pop art statues in the front of the like that stand in parks. What do you do next?
Melu just rips that bag out of his hand.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. It's like a saddlebag, so you just cut the strap and you just absolutely take it. It's like it's kind of like what he described it before. It's got his clothes in it and a little bit of money and the mural of an angel, the fresco of an angel,
what about the map?
and the map.
Okay.
They're angry.
Are
It's
we in
just-
public view? Can we push him
Yeah, you're all-
somewhere? Let's isolate
this
it
is
a little
like-
bit.
I mean, this is like in the middle of like a thoroughfare. He has like stopped moving, but there are like alleys that you could duck him into nearby.
Yeah, can I drag him into an alley, please?
Sure.
That will help.
Hold. What? When does the save happen on hold person, if at all?
At the end of each of its turns.
Okay, so I'm just gonna make a note. He continues to fail, so you just drag him into the alleyway.
Lovely.
It's just cloak and dagger. I'll say Melu as well. Like Ellida's doing the heavy lifting here. Melu, make a stealth check to see how sneaky this is.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
16 again,
Okay,
unmodified,
okay,
pretty
okay,
good.
Okay.
Not
Yeah,
bad,
you
not
kind
bad at
of
all.
you kind of like using the cover of the crowd. You drag him away, and pull him around the corner into an alley, and you have a little bit of privacy with him. He is unspeaking, but his eyes are darting around, panicked, and you can see that he is very scared in this moment. What do you do next?
I drop the hold person.
Thank you. Elida's just gonna be like, what the fuck was that?
I don't know what you mean. You can see
Yeah.
he's like looking, and he's looking for an out, like a cornered, trapped animal. He's trying to get.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you last time I saw you?
He doesn't respond. He's in like survival mode right now, like a trapped animal. You see him getting desperate, and about to do something. Like definitely, like he's gearing up, but he hasn't done it yet. Y'all have got the severe drop on it.
Don't want to keep wasting spell slots, but I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds on him. I'm just gonna reach out and grab him, and I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds. Hopefully that. Oh, 15. No wait.
I mean,
no.
he's not-
Oh
he's not-
no.
He's not wearing any armor, and I mean it's a touch attack.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like I'm gonna assume that you and Ellida have like him basically dead to rights in this moment. So I'm gonna count this as basically flanking, right? So 14 hits. He takes 15 points of necrotic damage, and like you see him wither away. His wounds reopen and start to bleed through the bandages, and you're draining the life force from Galazrial, and you see him shrink, and like the light starts to leave his eyes. Melu, go ahead and describe your kill as you kill Galazrial.
Oh my god!
Kill him. Okay, well, yeah, Melu is just. They're pissed off. He put their friends in a dangerous situation. So they reach out and they grab his arm as hard as they can and they cast inflict wounds. And you see this like burst of like blackness go over him as they kind of just mutter, "You made a mistake."
And this just like eats away at him as this occurs, just destroying him from the inside out, and he falls to the ground, a shadow of his former self, dead.
They realize what they've done. Melu's like, "Oh, I probably should have assumed that would happen."
Oh my god. Ellida's just staring at him.
To be fair, isn't the Grave Cleric about making sure people die on time? This guy got away way too many times.
Honestly, though.
Ellida, before you see the fallen form of your former mentor. Their desiccated, lifeless body looks a shell of its former self, basically unrecognizable in this state.
She looks afraid in this moment, I think.
Here we go.
Ellida and is like, "I'm sorry, I thought he was hardier than that." I think that we should leave.
We just committed a murder. We should go now.
Yeah.
In broad daylight, no less.
We did, yeah, we definitely did. Melu's like trying to very gently like touch Elida's shoulder and be like, Ellida, we have to walk away.
They're gonna bring him back, right?
Oh, that's a good point.
Roll medicine on him.
I mean, oh.
That's what they did with the other people, right? They're gonna bring him back, right? He's not like.
I mean, but if anybody could tell if it's like really possible, it'd be Melu.
Melu looks at Ellida and says, "Do you want me to undo that?"
My God. Oh my God. Sorry, it's like.
I didn't think about this. I should have spared the dying him when he was going down.
Shut up.
Time to hide the body.
If Melu is gonna do what I think that they're gonna do, the timer is ticking.
Yes.
Ding
Yeah,
dong,
Melu,
ding dong.
Melu will be like, Ellida, do you want me to undo that? Do you want me to bring him back?
It's like, no, I don't know.
Melu's on the ground with him and casting No, they're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it unless Ellida tells them to. They wouldn't.
A dead body has been discovered.
I get. You can.
Elida's inner turmoil becomes outer turmoil.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, oh my God.
Get it ready.
I have it ready. I think I have the diamond out.
No, I was going to say get the surge ready.
Ah.
Yeah.
No!
We're getting there.
I mean, you can.
Somewhere in Flame Keep, Sarah's like, I have a feeling.
my god, hold on. Let me see if I have anything.
10 minutes for this. Should, so, she's gonna finally say, just don't you try undo it. Try to undo it if you can. Just
Okay, I guess I'm casting Revivify.
Amazing. What does it look like as you cast Revivify?
Oh man, I feel like they get down, and they put their hands on him, and this like all of this forestry, this like grass and like wood and flowers kind of grow around him, and for a moment there's kind of this flash of green as the diamond bursts and goes directly into the glowing plants, and that's all you see for a moment. And then it kind of slowly fades away.
Amazing, yeah. And these glowing plants have like almost interwoven its into Galazrial's flesh like sutures, right? Like it's like knitting his body back together. But you see that the arm that you grabbed, that you cast this inflict wounds through, it is atrophied beyond the point of being saved, and the magic can't do anything. And like basically he comes back like he is bloodied and bleeding on the ground. He's basically unconscious at this point, but alive. But he is missing his arm.
Okay.
The one that you grabbed.
Okay. That's better than him dead. I will cast Spare the Dying on him so that he's stable. Wait. Yeah, he becomes stable.
Sure. Yeah.
Wait,
I think it was he would have already been stable, but he's definitely like his ragged breathing has become more even and calm at this point.
Oh.
Okay.
Ellida, like, I guess you didn't have to go that far, but
Melu's like, well, he's alive, he's stable. If we walk away right now, technically we really didn't do anything all that wrong. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna tell people?
Ellida's just kind of like freaking out. She's freaking out right now.
Melu's like,
she's got guilt. She has conflicting feelings. She wants to know answers.
How bad is she freaking out?
It's Dom?
You know, I'm gonna go ahead and say, make me a con save just to see how well you're able to keep your shit together in this moment.
Yeah, you're doing all right.
You're doing all right. This is a high stress situation, and you know you're keeping a lid on it, for the moment.
For the moment. Oh my god. It did not feel any better when he was dead, so I don't... And it doesn't feel any better now!
fair. I think we should go, Ellida. We have managed not to murder a man. Technically. I mean, he's alive. I guess I did kind of murder him, didn't I?
Yeah, you did a murder.
They're having a mild crisis. Not really, though. Ellida, and Melu will, like, turn Ellida away from him and get her to focus on them and be like, we have to leave. We have to leave right now. Okay?
Oh my goodness.
Come on, we have the bag, let's go. And I'll start kind of gently pulling her away.
He keeps like looking back at him like, oh my god, 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 oh my god.
Amazing. And I think with that, like as you leave Galazrial's form unconscious and in an alley, on his back, barely breathing, severely injured. We fade to black. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming out for episode 11 of Exploits of the Golden Shadows, the Galazrial issue. Wow. Thank you, everybody, for the support. I'm just going to take it from the top. Thank you, Domino, for the resubscription. Nova Rosa 24 for the resubscription. Domino for the gift sub to Cloud. Werewolf for the resubscription. Mystrich for the 100 biddies. Werewolf for the gift sub. Mystrich for another 100 biddies. Goldmoon for the 10 biddies. Raichkyu for the gift sub. Anonymous for the 100 biddies. Raichkyu for 100 more biddies. And Ellida Dan, thank you for the follow. Thank you again, everybody, for coming on out for this amazing session. Before we end the stream, I want to go ahead and go around one more time to our lovely players to give them the opportunity to, so you can all know where to catch them. Galaxy, why don't you go first?
Just Galaxy. You can find me on YouTube at Just Galaxy, or you can find me on TikTok at Galaxiebot. Galaxy is always spelled with an IE for me.
Perfect. Mystrich, why don't you go next?
My name is Mystrich, he, him. I can be found on twitch.tv/Mystrich, where I stream a bunch of different games. Most recently, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Fantastic. Next, Domino.
Yes, I am Domino RBG. You can catch me at twitch.tv/Domino RBG or at twitter.com/Domino RBG.
Fantastic. And last but certainly not least, Raichkyu.
Hi, I'm Raichkyu. You can catch me at twitch.tv/Raichkyu on Thursdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Yeah. Let's go.
Fantastic. Excellent. We're going to go ahead and raid into No Man, who is a Twitch content streamer who makes the Dungeons & Dragons. I think they're doing D&D right now, so perfect timing. But thank you again, everybody, for coming on out. If you enjoyed the show, make sure you drop a follow so you can know when we go live, which is normally on Sundays. Our next game is July 10th. So make sure you tune in for that. If you want to jump into the Discord, we got that going on as well. We got a lot of fun stuff. If you want to tip the cast, if you enjoyed the show so much, you want to shove a little bit of money at us, you totally can do that with our cast tips. All the cast tips get split evenly amongst the crew. And again, thank you to Mystrich as well for producing the game as well. I super appreciate you, my friend. I think that's about it. Does anybody have anything fun coming up that they wanna promo?
Saturdays I have Final Fantasy 14 with AOL.
And that is always fun. That is a good time. All right, amazing. But yes, thank you so much, everybody. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your Sunday and excellent coming up week. We'll be back on July 10th. But until then, stay magical, everybody. So long.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.